Welcome WTLers and BBCers to the 13th official Bootcamp. Live streaming today, we're going to be taking a look at some high intensity League of Legends from our boot campers. We're going to be sifting through the Discord. We'll go all different roles. We'll be looking at a bunch of different champions. So yeah, we're excited to get in. We'll be looking at the Twitch chat as well as YouTube chat.
Is this our third live stream or second bootcamp live stream?
No, this is our second one.
Second.
We started doing these last one for bootcamp number 12.
Okay.
So what is the bootcamp, Nathan? What's a bootcamp?
Yeah, so a bootcamp is you can buy a ticket. You have access to a coach for 3 hours. You play basically 3 games. Play, review, play, review, play, review. Sometimes we weave in some live coaching.
And even simpler, Nathan, it's an event. It's an event that we hold about roughly once a month, once every 5 or so weeks. And it's for people who want to get more kind of tailored advice. They really want to take their gameplay to the next level because they're spending an entire block of games with the coach, one-on-one, getting into the details. Now, the major difference from boot camps comparatively to our traditional coaching inside of our academies is that the coach is seeing your games live back to back to back to back. So there's no
very raw, no nitpicked VODs.
There's no nitpick VODs, no chirping VODs. The coach sees every single flaw, every single strength. And so by the end of the bootcamp, you have absolute clarity of exactly what you need to work on.
All right, I'm just trying to find a game to watch. This one's a bit low quality, so I might just keep scrolling around. Some people are just starting. So
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
which is good.
Havik says, Sybil's coaching jungle. Yes, Sybil is a jungle coach now. Thank you for the tier 1 sub Dragon Slayer in the Twitch chat. Cravia says no music during your block. That is 100% correct. We are anti-music here at We Teach League.
Anti-music. We hate music.
There is what about the support one? It's 6-7 minutes in.
Let's do that,
It's
yeah.
not too bad.
Okay, we're gonna start with the support.
It's a pretty slow game, so it
Excellent.
looks all right.
So we got Moose. Moose is gonna be the coach for this one.
So this is Loam, Nathan, if you want to find out what rank and stuff.
Yes, I'll investigate who this is and I'll put it on the stream.
So Charles, we have Caitlyn Zyra
All right, League of Legends
versus
time,
Smolder Vel'Koz.
Yeah. Should be a pretty easy win, honestly, for the Kayle. Smolder Vel'Koz is not the hottest lane in the world. No, I mean, to be honest, they do like a bit of a short trade. I do like playing Smolder with some stronger laning mages because they can kind of help you get through the laning phase. But yeah, Caitlyn's job is to win this lane for sure.
All right, so this is a silver 2 from NA. Zyra support literally just flat out OTB.
Nice.
Right. Zyra's in a pretty good spot, I feel like, isn't she?
As a champion?
Yeah, in general. I feel like she's not like I feel like she's been crept up. Like on the
Yeah.
radar. She's crept up out of nowhere.
I think she's pretty OP for sure. She's definitely like a
feels
strong
annoying.
champ with the plants.
So what's her identity, Charles? What does Zyra want to achieve?
Fuck me. I haven't really played much Zyra in my life, but I have watched a bit of the Zyra guide. We do have a Zyra guide in Bowling Academy that Cupcake made a while back. And yeah, she is definitely like a mage support. You don't play her like to set up your teammates. You don't play her to focus on your crowd control. You're a damage character.
Yep.
As you can see, we're already buying the Faded Ashes. So we're working towards probably like a Leandri's into some just, or maybe even the Black Fire Torch as a rush item, and just dealing damage to people. So skill shot accuracy, knowing your limits, letting the enemies come into you and playing front to back fights is the name of the game.
Yeah. So what are you typically looking for when you're, working with let's say a more carry oriented kind of mage support? Like what are the skills?
I think it's actually quite similar to a mid laner, to be honest.
Yeah.
So like an 80 carry. It's like literally in the laning phase, we're looking at like fundamentals around like skill shots. We're looking at how they're viewing their ability usage in general, how they like winning lane, basically. Because that's
Trades.
Step 1 is trading. Absolutely. These champions, like they win the game through dealing damage to their opponent in lane and pumping them out of lane or simply killing them. So yeah, a lot of ability usage stuff. And then in the mid game, we're just playing support, right?
I think positioning, right, is what I'm going to be looking for is positioning, right? Does this person know their limits? Are they getting up in their face? Something that really scares the absolute bejeebus out of me with supports is just, especially in the lower elo brackets, is just incredibly defensive posturing.
Yeah.
And when you're playing these sorts of champions, you got to really I mean, you got to win lane, right? Like you're not designed to sit there and go even. So you gotta get up in their face. So what I'm going to be looking for is just lane positioning more than anything.
Yeah, when she's got her E up, we just want to see fishing for E's. And I think we've seen a pretty decent job with that so far, to be honest. We'll have a look. Yeah, like this nice. People really underestimate the plants on Zyra. Like, you shouldn't actually pop 2 seeds. That's actually an error. I do know a little bit about Zyra. So you should just do 1 seed and then put the Q down because you get less damage on the second plant.
I see.
But that's generally where your damage comes from in lane. Very, very reliable poke. W into Q, and then only really throw your E reactively or if the enemies truly step out of position. Because your E is your only self-peel tool, right?
This game looks super low threat for the Zyra. I mean, they're versing a Graves jungle here, right? Into a Smolder Vel'Koz. I kind of feel like Zyra can do whatever she wants. Like this positioning cannot be correct.
Okay, so what I would have done in this situation, right, is you would have pushed really. Let's just watch this all in first. So,
Holy moly!
Enemies are running into Zyra.
Okay.
Where Zyra thrives, where the enemies run into her. But as Curtis was saying, what should have happened there, right, was Zyra should have got push on the wave very confidently and then placed her goddamn wards deep in the river so you can constantly shove and harass under tower. Zyra wants to live under the enemy's tower and poke.
And also controlling the bushes, right, in lane.
Yep, exactly right. Getting in the bush side of lane, getting a ward in tri-bush at the very least, and then harassing on the tower. But look at his vision. That's a very defensive ward.
So defensive, even with the sweeper. Like, it seems like we're helping our jungler. There's not that mindset of, let's take over this lane. Let's control the bushes, shove in.
And this recall is horrific, by the way, because Elise is active on the map. Your Caitlyn's coming back on the map, and we're choosing to recall for nothing. Like, we're just buying a Haunting, guys. That's not relevant. We had wards in our inventory. We have a lot of gold. We were basically full HP. A really important fundamentals of what is just being active when your team is active, right? And you can't be a perfectionist about that. Yes, Zyra had no ulti, but that doesn't matter because it's a 3v2 and Zyra can function just fine. Yeah. So that was a big missed opportunity here. Very lucky that Elise just 1v2'd.
Yeah. Josie in the YouTube chat says, should Zyra roam?
Yeah, sure. I think in silver, I wouldn't really stress that too much.
You just hammer lane.
Yeah, your identity is a lane bully, but out of base, if there's nothing to do in lane, yes, you can pop a quick deploy mid. You can pop a quick deploy somewhere else. I wouldn't go top, but we can definitely link up with our jungle.
It's interesting because, when it comes to vision, right, I very rarely talk about, sometimes I'll say in passing in my coaching, like I place a ward, on the ledge instead of here or whatever, but it's more of a mindset, right? If you know what you're trying to achieve as Zyra, it's I want to do this. I want to get under their tower. I want to poke them under tower. I want to keep them pinned. Well, then if you think really logically, where would placing wards allow you to achieve that outcome?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And I can see just with the quality of the vision that the Zyra is not really thinking about what they want to achieve.
Yeah.
In the lane.
And maybe they're getting a bit freaked out because the Caitlyn is honestly getting chunked low every single wave. So it's a bit tricky to progress.
Right.
I will say this player's doing an awesome job at valuing their life, by the way, guys. Like, really good job at not getting pumped low by this Vel'Koz. Definitely smurfing on the Vel'Koz, like in the support 1v1. So doing a lot well. Honestly, I love that she's last hitting that cannon as well. You got to be greedy as a support player, especially a mage. So yeah, Elise is topside right now, so I would be a little bit like trepidatious around just bashing minions. I would even consider something like a recall for Liandry's or like a little roam mid on this timer because I don't want to be super pushed up while Elise is top. And this is something you would have to bring up even in silver is like balancing your pressure around where your jungler is, right? One of the biggest sins you can make is like being halfway up your lane, trading to no HP while your jungler is topside.
Yeah, it seems like they're doing a pretty good job here of staying healthy, knowing that Graves just did the dragon. So we just got to chill out a little bit.
Yeah.
Play weak side.
Also, Curtis, like Zyra scales, right?
Yes.
So like it's one of those things where Zyra can win lane and we should be looking to win lane, especially against the Smolder, but we always have that scaling win con of like you're an extra damage character. And especially in the lower ranks, it's so fucking useful to just have an extra source of DPS.
I don't know a lot about Zyra in the lower elo brackets, but I could, I would hypothesize that it's pretty damn good.
Right? Very similar to a brand.
Right, makes sense, right? And these sorts of champions really thrive in, drawn out extended fights, river fights, ARAMs, that sort of thing.
100%. So we're seeing a little bit of, I guess, like hesitation with the E, I've noticed. Like, and just generally hesitation to pull the trigger. And that, like, simply put, in situations like that, you just need to be able to kill the Vel'Koz. Like, everything was set up perfectly. There was like the stars aligned, and the player simply missed their E.
I don't want to overanalyze, but what I've seen at least 2 or 3 times already is that Vel'Koz is dumping all of the damage on Caitlyn, and we're running away.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? When we need to be trading, right? If Vel'Koz is using all her abilities on our AD carry, then we know that Vel'Koz can't be hitting us, and we should be using that as an opportunity to all in.
I'm also noticing a trend, and I do see this with lower ranked players and supports in general, is using flash defensively. Right. Like, that's a situation where you can just flash forward. Flash and one bang the fucking smolder. You know?
I think that's the challenge of support players I've noticed.
But look at this. Look at, like, go in, you know? Even the pathing there, it's like... And also just a small Zyra thing there. What you would do is you would open with R and then E after the knockup, because the ulti is obviously way more reliable, right?
Yeah, it's obviously combo usage and knowing limits. But I think, again, the mindset I've noticed with a lot of the lower elo supports is that they're a lot more trepidatious when it comes to, like, limit testing.
Yes.
Whereas I think mid laners, it's a little bit more intuitive, and top laners and even, you know, AD carries, it's a little bit more intuitive. But supports, there is this kind of, like, barrier that is preventing them from actually, like, getting uncomfortable and just kind of sending it and looking like a little bit of an idiot. Maybe because they're afraid of getting flamed by this AD carry, or... maybe it's the archetype of the support role. I don't know. Yeah, it's just something I've noticed.
I think the kind of players that get drawn to the support role sometimes do have that tendency. Not all, for sure. But it's interesting because the best support players and, like, our coaches and how we make the guides, it's all about, like, just putting yourself out there, be willing to make mistakes, be willing to look stupid, because you are a playmaker, right? You have to, like, limit test. Like, I want to... how many times has this Zyra auto-attacked the enemy in lane? Like, if I'm seeing a Zyra in solo queue, they're walking up and literally autoing constantly, because your auto attack range is fucking big, right? But this player is like way too far back.
Yeah.
All right, so we're in the mid game now. I love this deploy, by the way. Awesome fucking awareness. Like, you can tell that this player has definitely, like, awareness of where their teammates are. But again, the fighting is just not good.
Yeah.
Very poor fighting. Like, that, like, a lot of players in this elo bracket would have just default ran bot out of base there. This player is better than that. But they get to the fight and they just click behind themselves. They're so scared.
Yeah, it's a really classic example we talk a lot about on the podcast. Like, you know, even there.
Kill him. Use ulti. Kill him.
Yeah, we talk a lot about League being a fighting game, you know, first, right? And then strategy game second. And this is a really great example of that. You can kind of, you know what you want about macro or where to be. But if you don't really know your limits and you don't really know how to pump out damage, then you're just leaving a lot on the table.
Especially a champion like Zyra.
Especially Zyra.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, you can. I mean, this is why a lot of people in the support, academy, from what I understand, get a lot of results with champions like Sona.
Yep.
Right, because you can be a bit sloppy, right, with your trading and.
Well, you have no skill shots.
Yeah, exactly right, and you don't have to kind of barrel down your lane and smash lane, right? But then you don't really learn the fundamentals of trading.
Yep, exactly right. And this is why some supports get stuck in a rut in their journey and struggle to transition to other roles and champions.
Yeah, I'm not here to say that, like, champs like Sona and stuff are bad. They're obviously great, but you need to have a very particular mentality when you're playing them. Notice the ward locations as well, by the way. Again,
very shallow vision. Very, very shallow.
So where should they be placing vision here?
Well, I mean, what you would do is you would press tab, recognize which of your side laners are strong or weak, or recognize when the next neutral objective is up, and then press your vision on that side. Yep. So this time Dragon's up in 30 seconds, so I would want to be placing vision deep on the bot side. That's what I would do.
So at this stage, we know that Caitlyn is really far behind. This game is not about Caitlyn whatsoever.
Nope.
Right? So our job as a Zyra, in my opinion, is to turn this into a piss banger, right? Draw it out, right? Scale it up, right? You're a Zyra. Probably even start trading off some neutral objectives.
Yep.
And slow it down. That would be the opposite of what we need to be doing.
Yeah, that was just some poor threat assessment. Got hit by a Morg binding, didn't understand the range there. It's also that classic thing I spoke about in the mistakes episode of the podcast we do, where people love defending towers. That was a 1v3 tower defense where Zyra has to just, like, put her body on the line to defend the tower.
So if you take a look at the score line, right, you're thinking he's 1-1-2, you've got a 1 in 7 AD carry, and sure, Caitlyn has definitely misplayed a lot in terms of the trade.
For sure.
But there's a lot we could have done to trade in those scenarios and be significantly stronger or prevent the enemy from getting a grip on this game.
Yeah, and this is just an El Clasico stage 3 problem, right? This player does not truly understand what Zyra is meant to do in the video game. If this player was Zyra in real life and fully understood Zyra's psyche, we would understand, okay, we need to be bloody going in, we need to be using our spells offensively.
Well, it's interesting because the first question, if I'm a coach, if I'm Moose in this scenario and we're getting into the view, I'm going to start asking, like, do you know, like, can you tell me a little bit about what you believe Zyra's reference points to be in identity, right? Now, it's interesting because when I see players like this, even in all other roles, whether this in top, mid, whatever, where they're making decisions that aren't aligned with their champ's identity, it either comes from one or two places. They don't understand it, which would be the obvious one. That a lot of people fall into that category. Or they're too scared or nervous or anxious, and they've got like stage 4
Yeah, it could be
issues
stage 4, yes.
that are preventing them from actually executing upon that identity. So I would just double check, with the Zyra player, if they do understand the reference ones, what are you afraid of? Do you have like some sort of narrative around, like, are you afraid of dying? Are you afraid of being flamed? Are you afraid of looking like an idiot? Are you afraid of losing? You know what I mean? Like there could be an element there as well that, and this is what the bootcamp's for. You could uncover that throughout the 3 games.
Yeah, exactly right. And I think even though there's a lot to learn from the laning phase, in this mid game, we're seeing a repeat of the same thing. This player is basically just A-ramming, and A-ramming is pretty good in Silver, I will say. But there have been opportunities to kind of like link up with the Elise a little bit more, place our vision a bit deeper, complement our side lanes. Because if we're looking at the game holistically, like I wouldn't expect this from a Silver player, but just for the audience, like this game is about the side lanes, honestly. The Yorick, the Yasuo, they're going to be kind of who's winning us this game. Okay, that was a bit better. I don't mind pumping spells out. We need to use your spells.
Look at this A-Ram. This is what I was saying in the Zyra episode.
Yeah.
Here in Silver, it's going to be a bit of an A-Ram.
Zyra's great at these.
Yeah, exactly right. And like Zyra just thrives in this environment.
100%.
So if we do want to move on, we do have an Irelia game that just started.
Yeah, I think we can move on. Some great learnings from this already.
Very good learnings.
All right.
So go to Lucas's room. Lucas is
so Lucas is coaching an Irelia player.
Mid.
Perfect.
I think this will be a bit more spicy for the.
Who is it, Artemis or Danger?
Viewers, is Captain Danger. So Captain Danger, let me find out what rank this
Captain
is.
Danger is a Twitch chatter.
I've
seen him in the Twitch chat
right.
before.
So just a reminder, this is all live games. We're not reviewing, past VODs or whatever. This is live happening right now. So Irelia is in-game right now.
On the North American server.
On the North American server. So let's have a look. This is Captain Danger.
I think he's gold.
Let's have a look. On
memory?
NA.
Are those
Platinum 4 currently.
Platinum 4.
Those are baguette.
Oh, yeah, he
And-
just hit Platinum. Yeah.
Just hit Platinum.
Oh, nice.
And he plays... Holy shit, so he's a Katarina main. 324 games Katarina.
Yeah.
49% win rate. Irelia, 128 games, 56% win rate. So he's playing a lot more Irelia recently.
Yeah.
All right, so Curtis.
Yep.
Zoe Irelia.
Yeah,
What are we
Irelia.
doing?
So Irelia is a champion that there's a few important principles that you need to understand, right? So early game, sure, you can do some things here and there, but for the most part, like the principle that we talk a lot about with Irelia is something called uptime. Okay, so Irelia, what uptime basically means is it's moments in the lane where you have enough HP and resources to trade. Okay? Because Irelia is a melee champion, if you're low, you can't really go into trade. You're just going to die. So we need to maximize uptime in the lane.
Okay.
So we never want to stay in the lane with limited resources. So usually in the early game, a big part of our reference point is to make sure waves are crashing, really, really focus on our reset windows.
Yep.
And get to our core spikes, right?
Okay.
So here, if I'm Irelia, what I'm thinking is I need to get this wave out into a reset relatively soon, or I need to start thinking about how am I going to get that reset? Because if we get whittled down and we're too low, then we're going to be stuck in a pickle, especially with Ignite.
Yeah. What I see with good Aurelius from more of a top lane perspective is like you are very defensive in situations where you have no stacks and can't get stacks. And then you, as soon as possible and for as much of the lane as possible, want the wave on your side with full stacks. And then you just fucking go in. And you flip an E, and if you land the E, they die.
What you'll find, though, specifically in mid, because the trading patterns are very different compared to the top, right?
Yeah,
because you're versing a lot of ranged champions. The way, it's a lot more about like trading and resetting.
Interesting.
Because you're taking so much damage. You know what I mean?
okay, I understand. So it's more about using your HP as a resource to fix the wave and then basing.
Exactly right.
I see.
Whereas in top, like because it's melee matchups, like you're not trading in the same way. The trades are a lot different.
Well, Irelia would be classified as like a all-in champion in top lane. Like you're not a trading champion.
Yeah,
really.
and later on when you get Bork, right, you will go for those all-ins or maybe even post 6 or whatever, but yeah, it's a little bit more about things like this. So now we've got uptime, right? We're full HP, we've got our stacks.
Oh, the bubble mist.
Like this is perfect.
This is Solar Bowler, right? Got the flash.
Bit of a waste of Ignite there.
Yeah.
But that is the principle. Because now what you would do here is that now if you didn't use Ignite, you would then stack this into either a dive.
Yeah.
Or worst case scenario, you can hard shove it in, get a plate, reset.
Yep. Okay, so we should
So
one bang this wave.
Uptime also includes mana and it also includes gold, right? You never really want to sit on a lot of gold with Irelia. You want to use that gold to be maximally powerful, essentially.
I Galdus in the Twitch chat asked, would you rush Merc treads against Zoe even as Irelia?
Look, I'm not an Irelia itemization expert, but from what I understand, you don't really want to delay your Bork.
It's so important.
You really want to get your Bork. It's very rare that you're getting tier 2 boosts before your Bork. So it wouldn't surprise me if Coach Lucas, obviously is going to help him. Coach Lucas was an Irelia main himself, but it probably wouldn't surprise me that you wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
You probably get it live post Bork, I would say.
In the mid game for sure, though.
Yeah,
looks like a
post
great
Bork,
Merc Treads game.
Great Mercs game, yeah. Yeah, so what I want to be looking for here is Irelia trying to, basically get those stacks up. A lot of Irelia reviews are about E usage.
Yep.
So typically what we talk about is hiding the E animation. So the way you would do that is you kind of blend in your Q last hit with an E. So you would Q1 on a minion and then E at the exact same time while you're in actual animation. And you would actually catch the enemy off guard because it kind of hides the animation of the E.
Yeah, you can do some sexy stuff on this champ.
And those things matter. If you're going to play a champion like Irelia, that's what you need to do. So
yeah, that's such a telegraphed E.
So this all in is played completely wrong. Okay, so this is what obviously.
So shouldn't they open with ulti because it makes it easier to land?
So what you would do in that scenario is that you actually you Q1, you E1, hold, wait for them, then E2, then Q, and then chase.
That makes perfect
sense. That's the combo we use there.
And how big is that, Curtis? Like the fact that this player is wasted ignite and ulti, is this a big deal or are we chilling?
I mean, from what I understand, the way we coach earlier in the Midland Academy, it's heavily focused on the lane. If you do not have because Irelia is one of those champions where you can have an incredibly consistent lane every single game. If you know what you're doing. So we in the Midland Academy, and I know the way Coach Lucas coaches Irelia is heavily focused on your early lane. He goes.
So you win most matchups.
It's not even necessarily that you win most matchups.
You're saying that the play pattern is similar regardless of
the play pattern is so important. And once you get behind an Irelia, it's so hard to come back. Like you're a very, very, very unforgiving champion.
Yeah.
So you have to be on point with your farm, getting into your Bork as fast as humanly possible, and you snowball rather than if you're moving into a game like 0-2 like this, you're fucked.
So this is quite interesting to me. Do people struggle into Zoe? Because if this is a platinum for Irelia, I was expecting a bit more from not to be
Well, you'd be surprised at how many people with Irelia, people have mental block into Irelia. So what you'll find is that what I've noticed just anecdotally is in the Midland Academy is that I thought the same. Surely you would have to be this X Factor player to make Irelia work.
Or at least know how to kill your opponent when they're at your tower.
Yeah. So what I've noticed is a few things. People have mental blocks and they capitulate versus these champions. Yeah. Specifically Zed, Irelia, Yone. Even though they're hard champions, that offsets by them having a mental block into
so you
it.
get inflated a bit.
Yeah, a little bit. And then the other element is that Zoe is also a very difficult champion. Yeah. So Zoe, good luck, translating leads as Zoe in this elo bracket.
Oh, because eventually they're going to have to go into side and then Zoe versus Irelia inside.
Irelia will beat Zoe on Bork regardless of
I've had that experience.
How far ahead she is, right? So there is that element to it as well.
Okay.
All right, we've got a really exciting jungle game happening here.
Are we done with this one?
Yeah, I think this game, we can maybe check it out later, but my hypothesis is that this game is done.
But really quickly before we move on, do we want to cover what are the learnings from this?
Yeah, the learnings. I mean, if I was Coach Lucas reviewing this, I mean, he's probably going to get into this, but going deep on ability usage, E usage, combo usage post 6, staying healthy in the lane, playing for those early tempo resets, trading HP for the wave rather than slowly getting whittled down. A lot of early lane principles and fundamentals and matchup understanding.
Okay. And is it a worry that this player has 100+ Irelia games and they're still making these errors, or is that just Irelia's fucking hard?
Irelia is a very difficult champion. I mean, we don't see a lot of people get results unless they essentially OTP it, in my opinion.
Right.
So it might be that this person hasn't played Irelia in a while and has been focused on the Katarina. It might be even that they don't know the Zoe matchup, mental stack overlaid, capitulate. I don't know. This is what Luca's going to have to get into.
Cool.
All right, so this one here, this is a jungle. This is Azir. He's Emerald 4 on NA. And why I really think this one's exciting is it's a Wukong who's about to get Triforce. And this is one of the most important moments of the game for Wukong. He's got an early kill with his ult. He's got his first ult of the game was a kill.
His game crashed.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Let's hope that fixes.
Okay,
we're back.
Is it DC? This is what's happening in the games, by the way. Welcome to reality. Like your jungle just DCs on golems.
I know his raptors are getting taken.
Oh no.
Oh,
all right, it's fine.
Okay.
So he should have based for Triforce immediately and then gone to opposite side, like flip-flopped.
Well, I mean,
are you fine
the
with
fact
fully?
that the fact that his camps are all up right now and he has no ults, that's fine.
Okay, I like
You know?
that actually. That's a good principle, yeah.
Because you're not going to do anything with Triforce anyway without ults. But this should be a Gromp, Recall, Sprint to Dragon, Pentakill.
Pentakill.
Right, maybe a little bit ambitious on that, but I please do not do anything topside here.
His team is
Azzy.
2-7, but I agree the recall is mandatory.
This is so important. Do not compensate for it being here. All right, let me
I mean,
update
this
this.
is the lowest value kill on there. He's looking, he's sniffing.
I know he is.
He doesn't have ult for 20 seconds. Oh, he's basing.
Yeah,
oh, he muted the Garen asking for pings, asking for ganks. What a
muted him.
beast.
That was really, really impressive.
Excellent mute.
So this is a challenging game, right? It looks like he's kind of got two struggling side lanes in this game. So it'll be very interesting to see what he does. Because from my understanding, there's a lot of junglers that will grief the game thinking, I've got Triforce, let's do Dragon, guys. But they've got no priority and they ruin the game.
Yeah. Yes, this next sequence is the most important sequence of this game right now.
Do you like what he's doing, Nathan? He's coming through lane. It's pretty good.
Yep.
Oh, good ward by the enemy bot lane.
Wow. Yep, and we like sweep it. And it's fine if you're spotted here. Just create some pressure. All right, so we've got a fresh mid wave coming here. I'll be looking at this next mid wave on Ziggs because you've already been spotted bot. So if there's nothing to do bot, I'll be sprinting on mid and hovering on this next mid wave. You want to just alpha the river here. Use a wave. Always think about what you want to do on the next minion wave right now. So right now, I'll be spamming Ziggs. Let's walk into the bot. Try. See,
His bot lane's in base, though. His Corki has
his bot lane's in base, but you still want to alpha. I'm also looking at that blue buff. I mean, I am just going to be fighting here. I'll be spam pinging. I'll be playing for the blue buff. I can't emphasize enough. When you have Triforce with Wukong, you are a god with ult up.
You mean enemy blue buff?
Yeah, the enemy blue buff. I'll be going for the enemy blue buff, yeah. The fact that Kha'Zix is getting this dragon, this is not good.
And this is like just completely aligned with Wukong's identity, right? You're saying that regardless if the enemy Draven might have a few kills or the Wukong or the Kha'Zix or whatever.
I am fighting. So, yeah. So, we just lost straight there. So the key learning this is what I said all the way all the time for Emerald players. Think about the next wave. Bot, mid. What do you want to do after that wave's push, especially when your mid lane is going to have a free push like the Ziggs there, lock had to base. That's the perfect time to get into the river, get aggressive, get space. And you might be saying, well, Nathan, what happens if I go in there? There's nothing to do. Just sit in like, let's say the bush over here, especially when Dragon's up. Just camp it. Kha'Zix will face check you. Auto Q, chunk him.
Well, because you're not. So I'm the jungle noob here, Nathan. So enlighten me. So what you're saying is that you're not looking to go into Dragon to just.
I'm not
start
it or
anything.
I'm controlling the river.
You're trying to look for like a chunk.
Yes.
All right. So you're trying to use your presence to look for a chunk, and then. If you don't get a chunk, that's fine. You might back off or whatever. But if you do get that chunk, that might lead to something else as well.
Because the game's the dragon. Like everyone's coming to that dragon. Kha'Zix is down bot for dragon.
Right.
We just want to physically be in the river, controlling space. And a lot of players, junglers, I find they're uncomfortable standing in a river and just controlling it. But the key thing is just thinking about what you can do on the next wave. This is one of the biggest things for Emerald junglers. They're always looking at just what the current wave is happening. And there's no pings as well.
So this is good. We do the same. Oh, he cancelled his base. Never mind. I thought he was going to base and go topside, but he cancelled the reset. I noticed what a lot of junglers do this, Nathan. They go for these little cleanup kills. Like you're not really jungling, are you?
No.
You're just kind of like seeing people low HP and going to kill them.
You try to just jimmy it.
But okay.
So that's the biggest review point right there, by the way. Like, if
do people struggle with that? Like it sounds quite unintuitive.
That sounds
like,
very complex.
Like the way you framed that as well, like playing off the minion wave. It doesn't sound like it's like really about the minion wave. It sounds like it's just hit your item spikes and then like put your body in the area where you think action will happen.
Yes, if you want to be a consistent jungler and climb through Emerald Diamond, the playing around the next wave is not complex. It is something that is very...
It's a fundamental.
It's a fundamental.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
And it structures your entire game. It structures about understanding what your laners want to do. It structures when you want to, when it's going to be a green light and red light versus green light concept, which you talk a lot about in mid-game fundamentals.
So what's your mindset in this game now, right? The game's not looking easy, right? You're quite strong. We'll let the fight play out first.
Well, this is good. But with ult around the next objective, which is what we should be doing. And look how easy it is to kill the Kha'Zix right there. It's not even close.
Yeah, he had no W as well. He W'd the king.
And that's also the thing with like Wukong. Like, don't be too rigid with like your team in base or whatever. Like you can just fucking kill someone and survive. Like, with your W and just be full HP.
Yep.
I'm not saying to intentionally take numbers disadvantage fights, But
you would encourage people to limit test.
yes,
Well,
especially when you have your timers.
It's about the speed, right, Nathan? Like,
Yes.
I think something I say as well in coaching is like, if your team's off map, it doesn't mean you make no plays, but it means the plays you do make have to be really quick, so the enemies can't really collapse. But a Wukong one shot is fucking milliseconds,
Yep.
right?
Yep. There's very little counterplay. All right, so we have no ult. So let's
Back
not
to
sit around.
camps.
Back to camps. Really boring stuff. No ult equals hit camps.
So Wukong is
player on this next
you've been talking a lot about this Triforce spike, but would you say Wukong is like a 2-3 item spike champ? Is it like
every item you'll just spike it.
you just keep scaling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like this recall. He should be more greedy for camps,
Yeah,
right?
that's right. Because you have no ults.
He's hyper aware of the gold values of his items, which is cool, but
yeah.
yeah.
So what do you see commonly outside of like obviously we saw the mistake Nathan before with the dragon or not playing through waves, but what are some common mid game mistakes with junglers you see in this elo bracket specifically?
Yeah. So the red light, green light concept. You're not thinking about what your laners want to do when they want to recall. They're walking into the river or whatever it is with their teammates in base. I mean, use blowing ults on low value kills and not getting the objective, thinking about when the next objective is. But I still think League's a fighting game. I still get into fighting heavily with Emerald players, Diamond players, Champion Mastery.
So I would be expecting to see some sort of comms around this dragon. Ulting 45 seconds before dragon while your Garen's top and your Ziggs is in base. Is this an end of review, Nathan?
That's a pretty big end of review, I think.
That's right.
I've seen Nathan end reviews for less.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking Wukong's awesome. Look at this champ, dude. Holy mother
it's a
of
great
God.
champ.
What are the enemy doing?
What are they doing?
What are they what the fuck did I just
bailed out?
We don't even review that. We move it on. We move on to the next play, guys.
Welcome to
Bailed
solo
out.
queue.
Because that was a horrific play by
Holy shit.
So yeah, I'm assuming what Nathan would say is like that Wukong should have been planning which mid wave we're going to use to get into the river to contest that dragon,
Yes.
right?
But I can already tell you exactly where that guy his attention was focused. He was tunnel visioning on Lock, being in that bush.
Exactly right. Yeah.
And he's like, oh, when he goes in, I'm going to ult him.
Yeah.
That's it. Complete tunnel vision.
But now he actually has no ulti for the objective. So is this when I would use my Garen's topside pressure and cross map?
Yeah, you potentially could. But again, we have Herald here, so we're going to play for the Herald. So this is, I hope he doesn't make two plays at once here, but what I've seen a lot
This
of the
looks
time
pretty good.
They
Yeah.
Herald and they Dragon. So this is sometimes a mistake here. His ult is coming up in 19 seconds though, so no, I'm
ulti's
fighting
such
this
a low
Drake.
cooldown. That's so cool.
We're back. We can make a play here.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, we're chilling.
Okay, let's not overforce
Oh
on
my
tier 2
God.
mid.
Dude, we're getting a penta knock up with this thing.
That was pretty well played.
Good target selection.
Well played.
Look at this
popping.
champion again.
Makes me want to play Wukong.
And by the
so
way,
bad,
look at
right?
this. Triforce and Thunder Sky. Like, this guy's a god right now
Yeah.
in the game.
I feel like he can't die now.
No.
And he is ult.
Sorry if there's a bit of screen lag, by the way. That's not on our end.
Yeah.
That's on the client end.
Yeah, people have saying there's some frame rate drop-ins. Mayblog in the chat says this has to be pre-recorded. This is live. And this Wukong is playing right now on the North American server in Emerald 4.
Why would it be pre-recorded?
No, we what's it called? We predicted that people would ask that question, and now we're saying
yeah.
it's
That
like-
person's a
and I
plant.
just
he's
knew,
a plant.
yeah,
Yeah, he's a
yeah,
plant.
right.
That guy in the chat's a plant, and this
Yeah.
is actually a giant psyop.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, so now to close out this game, same thing. No ults, keep up efficiency, play, get these camps off cooldown, and then we want to be playing for the Baron, the next objective, control and
Prep
top side.
Baron control.
That's right.
So it seems like
Midway,
Wukong
two
has
things.
some very clear reference
Very
points
clear
moving
reference
into
points.
mid game.
Yes.
Is he a champ that you enjoy coaching?
Yes, he's one of my favorite champs in the game to coach. Very easy to review. The combo is pretty straightforward, but the execution I see a lot of people mess up, as well as really sloppy sometimes W usage. Because you want to save W for the fight. What a lot
don't
of people
engage
do,
with it.
yeah, a lot of people use it as a gap closer.
I invented that.
Yes, Charles did invent that.
I did.
Because you need
I'm serious.
to, you need it to be in the fight to survive and reposition and
I invented how to use Wukong's
I did. I
abilities.
remember I was watching other people play Wukong and they would use W to get in range, and it isn't correct. I invented using it for damage.
All right, so Baron is up.
yeah.
Can I just say to the 80 carries watching, don't be this Corky. This
Yeah.
Corky has been bot lane the whole fucking game. Just go join the goddamn fights.
I feel like he's just doing the classic 80 carry rage split.
Oh,
thing.
yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So, Nathan, is this correct? Like a principle you talk about is like when you're strong, like
We need to keep pushing the pace of the game. This is where I'm a little bit nervous now.
Don't you want to be getting in like top river?
Put next mid wave into control
like,
top side.
should we still be even hitting these camps? Like,
Well, he needs to get level 13.
That's true. You do want to get a level, but honestly, you don't need level 13. We have flash ult. Like, this is our timer. We have Thunder Sky, Triforce, flash ult. Why are we not in the mid wave and running to the top side?
Run into the top vision.
Yes.
River.
And it's that same.
Jungles panic in this part of the game.
They do.
They really panic.
And this is why we sweeper trinket
what the fuck are we here?
Bot side.
Yeah,
There's nothing to play
sense.
around here. The
You
next
can
objective.
see-
We're losing control.
You can see the chinks in this jungler's armor, right? Where like he's losing sight of the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Right? He's getting caught up in like whatever's on his screen. He's losing
Box on
the
screen. Go.
and he's not communicating his intent.
No.
Also, as well, when you're ahead, you're strong. You want to be playing for the enemy camps, more prioritize over your camps, because each camp that you deny is you're
Like, why
gaining
the
plus
fuck are
100,
we-
minus 100 for the enemy.
Why the fuck are we a
But
bot
there's
tier
nothing
one?
to do here.
Oh yeah, it's just complete lack of like focus. Where they don't know where to place their
Like
attention.
this is where like I think a lot of people fail to understand how much impact they can have in a game with communication. If he had pinged
Mid-wave
assistance
into
top
control.
side
Yep.
and moved into top side with your influence, so you're influencing with both your pings and your body language, you can completely change the way the entire mid game plays out.
And you know the most OP thing about that is controlling your support where to ward. Because the support, a lot of the time, they don't know what to do on that mid waves or whatever. But if the jungler's there saying, hey, let's go in there, the support's like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Emerald supports know to do that. But they can't trust their junglers because Emerald junglers don't do this. They sort of just... This guy's very reactionary. He's not taking control of the game.
Well, he's very strong. 3 items. I mean,
We're a god.
I swear, like, camps just don't matter as much nowadays, right?
The only time you'll be really doing camps is if your team's on, they need to base or catch waves or on bad times.
It's not a priority.
So right now it's actually fine technically, right? No one's responded to showing bot for Garen and Ziggs needs to take top wave. So I wouldn't run into the top side jungle here.
After this mid wave,
On this next mid wave.
let's get in.
Let's see we go. What are we going to do?
Don't you dare go to red buff.
Okay. No, Dragon is now up. So now he's lost the window for Baron topside control. So now you want to be controlling Dragon. You want to be controlling the objective around 60 seconds before it spawns. Then
Okay, but Nathan, even if we take away the objectives from the game, like plays that this Wukong can be making is we can be hovering aside and killing a side laner. We can be standing on mid wave, so when Draven touches the mid wave in neutral, we come out the bush and kill him. Like, why aren't we just not going for kills?
No, we're just reacting.
We're not helping our laners. We're not.
Just hover lanes, hover aside or hover a mid wave. And then trust me, if you do this in your games, the enemy will try and contest the wave you're hovering and you will just simply kill them.
Well, because think about right there as well, because he's reacting to what the enemy's doing, he missed an opportunity on mid, right? If Kha'Zix ganks bot and kills your Garen, you could have just killed the Draven on mid.
Yep.
Do you think the Draven's going to play conservatively when
look at the angle? He's trying it now, but he's just on a weird off angle because he has no vision control. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's so far ahead, it doesn't matter.
He doesn't need to ulti, by the way. That's a bad ult. That guy would have died without ult.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. I like the principle, Charles, of getting kills quick with like no way that they can.
I think it's a fine principle.
Sometimes people flash and weird shit happens because you're going to get the objective now, guaranteed.
I like guaranteeing kills.
All right, guys.
But that is a principle you should think about. Am I wasting my ult too much in game? Some Wukong players do that, yes. All right, let's start the Dragon on spawn. Spam ping it.
We don't have ult now.
Doesn't matter, it's fine. We're 3 items. We actually are so strong. We actually can fight without ult completely fine right now, by the way.
All right.
I just want to see good W usage. Just hold W, just relax. Use it to dodge key abilities.
Yep.
Okay, save Q for the Q smite. Here we go. Bam! Nice.
W Q smite.
Beautiful. I probably wouldn't have W Q smite. W's on a long cooldown. We don't have it for the fight if the fight popped out now. Lockie's killing our entire team. Okay. Now, the next objective is Baron. I want to see a next mid wave into topside control.
You'd be going for that immediately? You wouldn't be cycling some camps? Or
Yeah, I would chill out and do some camps. You want to keep up some economy. But, I mean, Charles, we're 3 items. Basically, we're full build. That's the way I view Wukong right now. So we don't really need any more gold or experience.
Kha'Zix is dead.
Kha'Zix is dead. Let's get the good to the Baron, yeah.
Fuck, he's just not with his team very much, is he?
No.
You can tell he's really, he's struggling with adapting to the chaos and doing what he wants to do. I don't mind this adaptation though, right? He seems fighting.
So really big mistake there. Wukong plays there all the time. He just missed a kill on Thresh. He didn't Q before R.
Yeah.
A lot of people do the ult combo too quickly and they stuff up their Q buffer.
Well, the main function of Wukong's ulti is to get your Q off cooldown.
That's right.
So you Q and then R, and then you actually want to cancel your R as soon as possible
Do
and
another
just
Q.
do another Q, right? People think that R is the damage. The R is not the damage.
The Q. Your champion is... You're basically like a caster in a way. Like your Q is, you love cooldown reduction. That's why you love Black Cleave. A lot of people go the ability cooldown boots, the lucid boots, and they're just pumping those Qs.
Okay, game's looking pretty good. I mean, Garen's scaled, right? Corky's got back into the game a little bit. I mean, we're God mode.
Yep.
We literally, I don't think we can die at this stage. Same thing, really, right? Orienting ourselves around this Baron. So, what sort of learning objectives would you set this guy? We've seen a lot of his play, Nathan. What would you say?
Yeah, true.
Even though it's only happened once, I would say make sure you're queuing before R, because if you're not doing that consistently, you're missing kills, and there's like no excuse for an Emerald Diamond Wukong play, especially with a lot of Champ Mastery to be messing up the combo. So make sure we're really focused on doing the queue. And then the second main one is I want you to start thinking about what you want to do on the next mid wave when you're strong, and not defaulting to camps when you're spiked and you have your ult and you feel strong. Limit test a little bit more, get into their jungle.
Wouldn't it just be wouldn't you also just want to simplify and just be like, identify the next neutral and make a decision around it?
Yep.
Yeah, he's not playing around.
I feel like
his
he's
neutral gameplay is purely reactive.
Yeah, I feel like he's not really thinking about setting up control around neutrals in advance. Like he's very like, and he's not just very simply, right? He's using his R before dragons and shit. Like, I surely you would say something around the long lines of just like pick a neutral, make a decision in advance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then that next level underneath is just thinking about the next wave.
Yes.
All right, should we evacuate?
Yeah, I think this game's pretty done.
All right, well, let's go. Do you want to check out top lane now?
Yep. What do we got? Someone just finished a game. Someone's in the lane. Who's this? This is 0-2 Renekton. The game's over.
Okay, there's one starting on. There's a Kayle.
Is that LG?
Yeah, there's a Kayle starting.
So I think Dan is actually coaching 2 Kayle players right now, by the way.
Cool.
He's got 2 Kayle top laners in his block.
All right, this game's just starting. Lovely. So what do we got? Kayle into...
So this is LG.
Is that the silver Kayle skin? Isn't that very rare?
I don't think that's Silver Kayle. I think that's Judgment Kayle, isn't it?
Oh, is it? I don't know, because they changed all the skins.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know. So it's a Malphite.
Oh.
Kayle v Malphite.
Yeah, so Malphite is actually quite strong.
Yeah, it's quite good into
Yeah,
Kayle,
this
isn't
matchup is not going to be super easy,
No.
honestly. Obviously, you will outscale the Malphite like to shit after like level 11, but early game Malphite with Comet and Q, the play pattern is really simple. It's literally just like Q the Kayle when you have Mana Flow and Scorch and Comet, and then walk backwards and just do that on repeat. And the Kayle will just whittle down.
I mean, the Kayle can't really counter trade, right? Because of the slow. That's the problem.
That's right.
So Kayle, like, what should Kayle be looking to do with the wave? Would you say?
Yeah, so I mean, high level, Kayle obviously wants to view herself as a scaling champ, right? Our goal is not to win lane. We're not going to play to solo kill the Malphite. We're not going to play to harass them under tower. We're playing to get every single minion and stay safe and scale and then win the game later. Now, you can go for like extended trades as Kayle, especially with the PTA if the enemy mess up, but I already don't like how volatile this Kayle is making the game, unless she takes a really early cheater
Do a
reset.
tempo reset.
So we'll see if that happens. Like that is a top lane fundamental people do often, is like just trade heavy on first 3 waves, base for cull, and then come back. That's fine.
Yeah, I think that would be really good here, right? Especially as a Kayle, right?
I don't know if the last hitting is actually going to be good enough to get a cull is the problem.
Yeah,
we'll
it should be
see.
fine. Yeah,
I think you need 16 to get the cull. Miss the cannon. Yeah, we're not going to get cull.
shit.
We're not going to get cull. Even with that cannon, I don't know if you get it, by the way.
I think you still tempo reset for boots, though.
I mean, tempo reset for longsword or boots does feel like shit, but you kind of have to.
I feel like you have to.
It's going to show a lot about this player's intention, whether they base here or don't base. Because if they don't base, I actually do not like this game plan very much. Because now what you're stuck in a situation with is like, you just have to like slow play the bounce back towards you, and it's just not very pleasant.
Yeah, I mean, it you can play it, but it's just not as good as I think as a quick tempo.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the itemization? Do you like the bow comparatively to like something like a I don't know, like a D shield or something, or a helm or something?
Yeah, bow's probably the play into melee champion, honestly.
Okay.
I don't think you need helm or a D shield.
To stay healthy, you don't need it. You just need to change your trading.
Yeah, I mean, this player's just trading a lot. I mean, I will caveat all of this by saying, like, I'm definitely no Kayle expert.
Yeah.
I don't know the specifics, but this just smells like too much volatility to me.
What's interesting, because the downside for Malphite, right, is that Malphite is very, very mana hungry, right? So you can see Malphite is basically doesn't really have a lot of adaptability here.
He's happy with this though. He just needs to clear his last 2 minions and base TP, and he's in a fantastic spot.
So this is Emerald on NA.
Yep. I mean, you can tell that Kayle has done some things correctly, right?
Yep.
The Kayle has bounced the wave out. So what a lot of players would have done in that situation is just bash that next wave and just ruined the wave. So this Kayle does understand the principle of like bring the wave back to neutral state. And we have trimmed into reset. I like this. Just match Malphite's TP, come back to lane.
Nice. Good gank from Warwick.
Yep. Pretty horrific like wave management by the Malphite, honestly. Probably could have just fixed the wave and then based himself, but that's what happens in solo queue. Sometimes the Wick gets a full clear into a gank curse and just gets a kill.
Full clear into gank is highly illegal behavior, but it will happen on a daily basis.
Yeah. What's happening with this wave? Is that wave
I think it's bouncing out. He's not checking, which is concerning, but it looks like it is bouncing out.
I'll be honest, I really love just greedy TP back to wave. Okay, no, the wave's really good. You should not have TP'd there. This is correct, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, off to a beautiful start. We're in a really, really good position here.
Yep. Okay.
So I'll be very intrigued to see, because with Kayle, because I've done a little bit of Kayle mid coaching, and typically from what I understand, Kayle players struggle. They really struggle to balance dealing with the chaos of solo queue.
Yep.
Right? Saying no to plays, or, knowing how to make split map plays, calling things off, knowing what's a good fight and a bad fight, and walking that tightrope, right, between being that kind of greedy scaling champion, but also having impact. So it's interesting. You were saying earlier, Charles, about like the whole low volatility.
Yeah.
Again, this is I would say the difference between top Kayle and mid Kayle. Like mid Kayle kind of wants it volatile.
Interesting.
Because you take D shield second wind a lot of the time.
Yeah.
You can't like die. And so you kind of want them to like overwhelm their mental stack and missed resources and leverage your D shield second wind. But top is just different, it seems like, because
well, melees for most of the part. It's a long lane, so you can get ganked.
You're not
and punished.
going D shield second wind either.
No, and mid lane you can just reset the wave a lot easier.
Yeah, true.
And with top lane you can get frozen on as a Kayle, and it can get really unpleasant.
True. So level 6, beautiful. Right, big little nice sort of spike for us as a Kayle.
I don't know why we're randomly basing on a non-cannon wave and just walking back to lane. We're just going to miss experience.
It looks like what the Kayle's,
This is weird.
I don't really like this, because as a good principle with Kayle is that you do want to like milk your resets.
Yeah, exactly right. Just reset around your condition. Your early items mean fuck all.
You want to greed.
Like
really.
he's going to use his fucking Venus Codex to like kill his lane opponent.
You want to greed on Kayle's resets. You want to get like the juiciest resets possible. When you watch Desperate Nasus, when he plays Kayle, he will like stay in lane for a long ass time, right? Because remember, if you're not like constantly basing, and you can elongate a lane, then they're not spending their gold a lot of the time, and then it just turns into a farm fest.
Yep, exactly right. I love this wave position though. This is fine. This is very good. Never going to die to Malphite at this point in the game.
Yeah, this is great wave management.
Yeah,
especially since Warwick's on the other side of the map. Really, really convenient.
I am getting some autofill vibes from this Malphite, so this could be an autofill Malphite situation. What I want to see is Malphite just queuing the Kayle more frequently and making her life hell, because Malphite has some mana now. He should be queuing. See, he's just not queuing enough. Honestly, this Malphite is just giving Kayle a free lane.
Yeah.
Okay, we've queued again. Nice. Let's do more of those.
And then he has Comet as well, by the way.
That's the whole game plan. Is you and then what you actually do as Malphite, by the way, here, which a lot of people fall prey to as a top laner, is you just ulti the Kayle at half HP.
Yeah,
you do 3 or 4 Qs, and then you ulti the Kayle on half HP, and then she's either dead or goes to 1 HP, and then she can't play the game.
Yep.
So Malphite's job to answer the question Curtis earlier is to make it volatile,
right?
Because think about it: if both characters are low, who has the kill threat? It's the fucking Malphite with ult, right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But we don't mind getting shoved in as Kayle here. I mean, this seems pretty good, right?
Well, if we're high HP and we're not getting dove, then sure. His spacing on the Malphite Q is actually quite good as well. I am noticing he's doing a lot of really good vertical
tethering.
clicking. Yeah. I love that. Really good play.
I love how he's just staying healthy on the weak side. I mean, it's, goes without being said, but when our jungle's on the other side of the map, you're playing top, side lane, you want to be considering your condition.
All right, Old Mate's resets are weird because we just saw Nefiri gank mid, so under no jungle threat whatsoever, and we're just basing on a non-cannon again. So this player needs to be more of a greedy bastard if they're going to be a Kayle player. You can't just drop an entire wave of minions for no reason.
You just drop 3 or 4 minions.
I mean, it's a whole wave going.
It's a whole wave,
literally a whole wave is gone.
Yep. Yeah, whole
See
wave.
you later.
Whole
See you
wave
later.
gone.
Cancel the Malphite's base now, please. Cancel his base. Good. This is fine. Okay, you didn't have to ram your
Look
body
at
into
that
him.
damage, by the way, Malphite.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys, Malphite can do a lot more than this bloke is. That's why I got autofill vibes. All right.
Yeah, so what do those resets tell you, Charles? Why do you think Kayle's doing this? Is it just a bad habit?
It's interesting. I haven't like coached Kayle enough, so I don't really understand like the trends of the average Kayle player. It could be that they just had poor map awareness and they thought they were going to get dove. It could be they don't value the farm enough. It could be they're just like literally like traumatized to getting dove and dying. I would have to probably ask some questions in this review.
This
honestly,
is actually where the coach has to ask questions.
Yeah, usually I hate asking. Well, I don't hate it, but usually I don't need to ask questions because I can identify a trend myself. But I would have to ask.
Yeah. All right, so Malphite has no R. I mean, I like that we didn't compensate too much. We ultied, did what we could, ran away. Really good. I like that. I think that was great. Now we can just focus on our 1v1, right? We know that Malphite has very little kill threat onto us.
Yeah, this is where you reset the wave, take a plate.
Yep.
Maybe get the fruit in the river after this. Stay on the map.
Yep.
No base.
We don't need to base.
Hit the plate.
Free
get the
plate.
Fruit.
Yeah, just small details. I mean, these small details, and by the way, guys, these small details matter when you're playing a champion like Kayle.
Yep.
Right? Sometimes these small little details may not matter on other champions. They do on Kayle. It's the agreement you sign when you play these sorts of champions. When you're playing a hard carry champion that really lacks agency and you're not really helping the team, you got to be particular.
Yeah.
Very, very particular.
Yeah, 100%. And people might be saying, Curtis, like, but isn't Kayle just like a mid-game champ? Why do we need to care about this early game?
Great question.
Yeah, it's a good question, right? Because obviously the better you play your lane, the more resources you're going to have available to yourself, right? You're going to have more gold, which gets you to your items faster. And then on top of that, it's just consistency, right? Like if you have good fundamentals and principles in your lane, then you're going to get through that first 12, 15 minutes in a very consistent manner.
And by preventing the enemy team getting gold, they're not getting as much resources as spikes. You're
Well, that's the
stalling
other-
about the game. It's the invisible things.
It's the invisible things, right? Well, I can speak for Kayle Mid. The best Kayle Mid players, they don't play defensive at all because they understand that if they sit there and play Colt versus AI,
Their team, the enemy team doesn't
the
want
enemy mid lane is going to roam around the map and kill everyone. You watch Desperate Nasties, he's heavy trading at level 7 because he knows that he has to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, well, if you're versing, let's say, something like an Akshan or an Etheria or whatever, they're just going to run around the map, kill your jungler, kill your bot, kill your top.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's slightly different in top lane, but it is the same principle. If you can take good trades in your lane, then you're limiting their options.
Or at
what they
least
can
stay
do.
strong to keep them honest, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we want to go to a AD carry early game that's about to start,
Come back
and
to
then
the
come
Kayle
back
Mid,
to this one because I want to see how this guy plays the the mid game.
Yeah, we're in a bit of a.
Oh my God.
There's the Malphite ult.
We can keep watching for a little bit longer. By the way, the guy's about to start the game in about a minute.
Sorry, chat. I clicked the wrong button. But yeah, as we just saw, that Malphite has done the thing where you build full AP and just press R. It's awesome. Yeah, this Kayle's understanding of like the reset windows is maybe they have a history with a different champ, Curtis, because some champions love those little tiny resets for like little components here and there, but Kayle doesn't. So we're constantly basing like 500 gold. Okay, so we survived. We burnt Flash and TP.
What was the other one we want to go to next?
It's a Master Tier Kai'Sa player.
Oh, well.
It's PC Violet's Room, PC Sanchez.
That'll be fun.
All right. I think we move on to that. We start talking about this another one.
Yeah, we can get the draft.
Yeah, look at that. I want to come back to this Kayle one. It's a bit sleeper.
Bit how you going?
Yeah. So this one we're going to see, Charles, is a Kai'Sa Ali versus Lucian Sona.
Sorry, who is it? Sanchez?
Sanchez, yeah.
Yeah, Kai'Sa, Ali, Lucian, Sona, pretty tough. Kai'Sa's pretty weak laner. TK is like generally pretty difficult to play. I mean, sorry, the TK is the top lane.
Yeah,
it's Ali.
it's Ali.
So Ali is generally pretty hard to play into range champions. And Lucian is a lane bully. And Sona is good into Alistar and Kai'Sa. So this is a game where you have to play a scale. And that's a bit annoying because you're versing a Azir Mid. So this is going to be an interesting one. I think it would benefit the Kai'Sa Ali a lot to chill levels 1 and 2. And then level 3, you want to start thinking about all-ins. But the principle for Kai'Sa, right? As Nathan knocks over his drink bottle for, I think, the third time this live stream. The principle with Kai'Sa into these short trading champions, especially Curtis, is you don't want to trade. You literally want to be trade avoidant. That whole
You want to stay healthy.
Yes, you want to stay healthy so you can all in. Whereas the Sona Lucian, they want to play the war of attrition. So this is a classic paradigm in bot lane, which is the short trade healer lane versus the all-in extended fight lane. So I'll be very interested to see if this Kai'Sa does a good job at staying healthy, and I'll be very interested to see if Alistar can find all-ins post-level 3.
Yeah, it's a problem that I actually used to struggle a lot when I was playing a lot of sport back in the day, was when I'm playing these sorts of like all-in, like Alistar specifically, I used to play a lot of.
Yeah.
You know, trading HB levels 1 and 2 is one of the worst things that you could possibly do. Because if you don't have that HP to all in post level 3 or take those aggressive trades, you are in a massive hole.
Yep, just concede push. Don't hit the wave too much. I can already see this Lucian and Sona are playing very defensively. What rank is this?
It's Master tier 150 LP.
Bloody hell, that Lucian just W'd the minions level 1. So Lucian should have W'd the enemy champions, but that's fine. Okay, I'm already, literally within the first wave of the game, I'm already very pleased as Kai'Sa because I'm seeing this Lucian just hilariously bash minions towards me and give me free farm. So I'm already very pleased. Like the most painful thing a Lucian would do, and I had this when I was playing Kai'Sa, even versing players like Violet, who's the coach of this guy. The Lucian will slow the wave down as much as possible, make it so stressful for the Kai'Sa to walk up to every minion, but this Kai'Sa's just getting every creep. This is not what the matchup should look like, so we're very happy. We're free farming.
So Nocturne's actually done a bit of a vertical here, which is a bit odd.
That is interesting.
The classic Raptors into the blue Gromp.
Is that a classic these days?
Yeah, yep. Raptors into the blue. That happened to us. Remember the Nefiri game in our comp game? Remember?
Oh yeah,
and they dove bot.
And then they dove bot. GG.
Oh, he's gonna go for a gank. This is great. This actually was really good. Now Nocturne's gank.
Alistar flash forwards. Flash.
Here we
flash,
go.
Flash. Boom.
Oy! Sona is dead here.
Last hit to kill, please. Okay.
Good.
You get a good chunk.
I think the E at level 2 from Kai'Sa was a bit odd. W would have procced the passive faster. That's a bit of a weird one, but that's okay.
Really good.
Fuck yeah. I think a reset here is fine. Just pump Alistar.
Yeah,
good comms. Yeah, that's what you can sell. A master player will always ping their support to help push the wave here. That's really, really good play.
It's good to see the communication difference already, by the way.
Yes.
In this lobby, comparatively to the Emerald lobby.
Definitely.
People are not afraid to communicate what they want.
And really good reset, obviously.
Clean.
Generally, you can't really go wrong, guys, with getting a kill and then spending your fucking gold after you get the kill.
101 League Legends.
So that changes the entire dynamic of the lane, right? Now we know there's no sums on Sona, which is unbelievably big for all ins.
Yep, Alistar also runs Hex Flash, so we can capitalize on that quite easily. So yeah, it's looking really good. I wouldn't feel super pressured to still make it volatile, though. Like, it's still hard to kill them. It's only easy to kill them if the Nocturne's there or if they're hilariously overextended. Like, Sona's not as killable as people think because there's also no way for this lane to reliably proc Sona's bone plating, right? So Sona can just kind of sit there with the bone plating and then not die.
We also, I mean, you talk a lot about the cage match.
Yes.
This seems like a very spicy cage match, right? Because both of these champions don't mind a bit of a fist fight in the WWE SmackDown v Raw.
Yeah. I mean, I've actually played this matchup so many times as the Kai'Sa and as the Lucian, and honestly, the cage match is just a flip. It's an absolute flip.
Is that right?
Yeah. It's like
so the cage match. Maybe elaborate to the audience, Charles, if they don't know. What is the cage match of bot lane?
Yeah, so basically when both supports go meandering up to the top side of the lane, both AD carries are kind of left in their 1v1, and it's basically just a cage match like we're seeing right now. It's literally a dojo 1v1. So it's very binary usually. One will win, one will lose. So the way this matchup works, right, is Lucian will win early and then Kai'Sa will win later. So after Kai'Sa gets Q upgrade, she auto wins. After Kai'Sa and Lucian both hit level 6, it's close. It's like up to execution, and then pre-6, Lucian wins. That's how it goes. But Lucian doesn't really want to go for the all-in. Lucian wants to just whittle you down. Kai'Sa wants to all-in, which is why she needs 6 to stay close.
So Lucian's trying to poke down with Qs.
Yeah.
Essentially.
And I love what Kai'Sa's doing. Just call Lucian's bluff a little bit. Let him bring the wave back towards him. You can punish Lucian if his spells are down. Like, a good Kai'Sa will sniff an all-in at any time in the lane. You're always hunting for an all-in, but in this time, it makes no sense. The wave's really big. So this is great. Really good poised Kai'Sa gameplay.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of good principles so far in this lane.
Yep. Hate this trade. Got a bit antsy there and just took HP for no reason. I mean, this is, again, a pretty classic Master Tier mistake of just like, you had such a great thing going and then you just decided to right-click the enemy. So that was not aligned with your champ's identity because now Lucian just gets healed up by Sona and you're just low, and
So
you're not
this
going to get
is-
your health back. So
this
you-
is the hellscape scenario, right? Where Sona's going to heal up the Lucian.
Yep.
Right. So this is where we need to probably start thinking about potentially getting a reset soon, right?
Well, Nocturne's around bot side, and he's just about to finish his final camp. So if Nocturne stays on map after this Gromp, these golems, I want to make it spicy again, give Alistair an engage window. If Nocturne resets, then I'm probably going to look for a base on the next cannon, would be my thought process here. It's all about what Nocturne does.
Yeah, so a lot of adapting to the jungler.
Yes, so Nocturne's basing, fine.
What I love about the way you're talking about the game, Charles, it's so much about just Kai'Sa specifics. And again, we sound like a broken record now on all of our content, but it really is the game. Like this having clarity over like what you want to do, it really simplifies the game.
Yep.
And you can tell Kai'Sa has a pretty good idea for the most part. You can tell she's being respectful of the Lucian in the 1v1, right? Getting shoved in, not trying to make it too volatile. Like this Kai'Sa, you can see definitely has clarity over the reference points and their identity.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay, Nocturne came back bot, which is pretty cool.
Great.
Love that from
This
Nocturne.
Nocturne's really good, by the way. He's very clean League of Legends.
Yeah. I will say as well, Curtis, like it's so much adaptation going into my thought process here because like as soon as Lucian Sona stopped the heavy trading and the Alistair passive came into play and the Kai'Sa started healing again, it's like, okay, we no longer need to base.
Yep. What do you think about this reset?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, it's very, very, very hard in solo queue against a competent support to hard push a single cannon wave because the Sona will just, or the Lucian will just hold the wave. Yeah. So you'll never crash it. So yeah, always like basing on a cannon is generally better than hard pushing a cannon in bot lane.
I love doing when we do these bootcamp live streams. You can see the clear rank differences.
Oh, you can tell the ladder works.
yeah.
Loses
Very
just
quickly.
Fucking just
It's like-
eviscerated.
It's like you have like an emerald player and then you have a master tier player, and within the first like 4 minutes of the game, like,
You can
all right,
tell.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. 100%.
There's no like confusion.
Yep. And it's for everyone in the lobby as well.
Yeah,
Like, literally
everyone.
all of them.
Yeah.
Okay, love this respectful play here.
Then now it's basically going to chill, right? Wait for Ali.
Yep.
So post 6, this is where Kai'Sa,
Yeah.
right? With Ali, we could be getting a little bit aggro, right? Looking potentially for those all-ins, right?
Yep, Alistair has to take the lead, though. It's very tricky for us to take the lead. So if Alistair can find an engage option, we'll go for it. Honestly, if I was in this game as Kai'Sa, what I would be thinking is my Nocturne is just full clearing towards bot and his ulti's up. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to do nothing.
Yep,
and
wait for that,
and
yeah.
wait for Nocturne, just really simplify the game. Because, like, if nothing else happens, this game is just won, honestly.
It's, I mean, these type of games, it's crazy how easy the jungler can make the game.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Like, for a Fed 80 carry like this.
Yeah.
And he's going to do it. He knows exactly what he's doing, this Nocturne.
Yeah, it's just like playing NFL with, like, a clutch quarterback. All you have to do is just put yourself in the right spot to catch the ball.
Well, the Nocturne, you can tell this Nocturne's not playing topside to the time. Trinity in early lane, knows
Very
that,
clear.
right?
Very
Really
clear.
good win con assessment. Knows that he doesn't want to waste time there. Now,
Ping's on the way. Look at
Ping's
this
on the way.
ping.
Look at this.
Notices the enemy bot laner pushed up.
Yep,
I
skips
believe
the red, by the way, because he knows the wave's in a really good... This is
they're
beautiful.
punishing the cannon last hit as well. It flashes in on the cannon last
my
hit.
God.
Kai'Sa holding R for the Lucian's
This
flash
is like
as well.
Challenger, man.
Well
People
done.
People are good at the game.
Yeah. this
People are
is
very good at the game,
unbelievable.
Especially our members.
Yeah, I love that the Nocturne skipped the red there. That's really good.
So do you...
Yeah.
Have you played like this before, Nathan? Do you make
Curtis,
these decisions?
I'm a bot lane god, okay?
No, I reckon about a year ago, this is what Nathan's gameplay did look like.
Yeah, okay.
Nathan's
Bit
just
rusty these days.
a bit of rust.
But no, if my bot lane is ahead, especially champions like Kai'Sa, I think Kai'Sa's the best ADC in the game.
Yeah.
So I'm not losing this game. Very clear. You will not see me do a single R top. I won't even be.
Wouldn't even pan your camera.
I wouldn't even be. Yeah, I wouldn't even pan my camera. No,
Put a
you
bit
need
of-
to be
put
still
a
panning your
sticky-
camera.
like a bit of
guys.
tape over that
Still
part of that.
pan your camera.
I will say, Nathan, that it actually doesn't matter if bot lane's ahead or behind. You can still go for these kills. It's just the
Yeah,
matchup.
that's right. You still go.
It's
for
the
them.
wave state and the matchup,
Yeah,
right?
honestly, yeah. Even if my bot lane's 0-3, I'm still
Oh,
going for this.
Stopping the bases.
Love that W. This is fantastic.
So we're not yet on our Kraken, or first item here.
Yeah, no, we're still stronger than Lucian in the 1v1 though. Our components are fine, but yeah, Kraken's great.
Could be a cage match scenario going on here soon.
Kraken plus pickaxe is actually what we're looking for. The Kraken on its own is not that great. It's because Kraken pickaxe gives you a Q upgrade.
You get the Q upgrade, right?
Yeah.
Quick shout out to Marty Time in the chat, first time chatter. Says, hey guys, love the content. After watching your videos and narrowing my champ pool, taking accountability and playing for my champion reference points, I went from low plat / high gold to 1 win away from masters in 3 months. Love you guys and the content you make.
Wow, that's so interesting. And now
Yeah, we just spoke about that.
we just spoke about that. Someone asked a question in our live stream yesterday, asking how long does it take to go from bottom of Emerald to Master Tier? And we said, on average, if someone's like doing all the things, taking accountability, reviewing, it can take 3 to 4 months or something. I think we said that. Bang on. You're absolutely spot on there. So well done, dude. Great stuff.
Can I just point out as well that one of the most impressive things I'm seeing in this VOD so far is what Kayle isn't doing. That's actually the key, guys. Like, Kayle has been presented with many opportunities to run at the Lucian and is simply just not doing it. Very comfortable chilling, only punishing cooldowns when they trade, and literally just pure identity level stuff, just only all-inning, just never trading. It's just one poor trade the whole game so far.
Yeah.
And just chilling. Like that whole time, we just had a massive sequence occur topside, right? They were fighting over grubs, everyone was ganking mid. Kayle was 1v1 with Lucian, but because Kayle had no ulti, she just knew, I just don't want to fight Lucian right now. Why would I fight him? You know?
Yeah, totally. And that's the thing that no one talks about. It's about what someone isn't doing, how they're not ruining the game.
Indeed. All right, holding R again. Probably would have held my R a little bit longer with this one, to be honest.
Ooh.
Okay.
So, how do you review that, Charles? So you walk me through how you would review that as a coach?
Yeah, that's an interesting one because Nocturne was on his side of the map, but Nocturne has no R. All our conditions were met, and we are following up on the Alice of this game, and we had good vision in bot side. So it's one of those deaths where it's like the intention was fantastic behind that play, and I would actually review that from an execution standpoint because
he wasted W, I think.
He W'd a bush, and he rushed his R, and he didn't get an ISO Q. So it's a weird one because like. Yes, he still would have died if he did those things well, but he would have won for one, right? And I don't want players to be in that situation and then not go in.
Yeah.
Just because they've got good, everything.
The principles are good.
The Nocturne's there, they've got the vision, they let Alistair go first. So if Vi counterganks it, well played. Golf clap to Vi, keep playing the game. And that might sound weird to people, but that's how you have to review.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Because if you review that and say, hey, you shouldn't have gone in here because you didn't see Vi, it's like, well, what the fuck? Like, what am I going to do? Just never go in?
Yeah.
Like, you know? So,
yeah, that's good coaching. That's beautiful coaching. Coaching is all about understanding by what principles did that person make that decision. It's not about the outcome, it's about the input.
Yeah.
Right? And that input was perfect.
It was, yes.
So
Nikos in the chat asked Curtis, question for you. The Syndra has gone Imperial Mandate first item. Any thoughts?
Look, I don't mind that item. I personally haven't seen it first item before. I don't know if I fully agree with that build path. I mean, your damage is just going to be non-existent. And I feel like it's a fallacy. It's like, oh, Nasa's a tanky. I can't deal damage. Well, the reality is that you've got other people that can deal damage. And if you just build that shit, you're not going to have threat on the other people. Right? So my mindset is like, I just want to build normal. I'm going to build a lot of damage. And I'm going to one-shot the Lucian Sona in mid-game. And, you know, I can peel back Lucian. I mean, Nasus in fights very easily. So for me personally, I wouldn't ever build like that. I only like to build like that on champions that are leaning into the facilitator mindset. So for example, Galio. I like doing Rock Belt into the Imperial Mandate or something. You know, I don't even, if you wanted to play something like a TF, sure. But yeah, I don't think I would do that on Syndra.
Perfect letting them rot by this guy. So
love
by the way. He knows that if he walks up to follow up, he's going to get Sona ulted in the dome and he's going to lose all his health. So really good let that Alistar die. Alistar getting a little bit flustered.
This class is very poised.
Yeah, agreed.
By the way, I love just showing the reality of solo queue there. Like, everyone could have seen this VOD. It's like, you know, we're Master Tier, cool. We're going to, early
close out the game cleanly.
Close out the game cleanly. Alice will play perfectly. The game's getting messy now. There's weird decisions that now
Mid just got double killed.
That needs to, adapt to.
I want to keep watching. Are we okay to keep watching
this
one?
Absolutely.
This game's a very interesting one because you've got like this Fed Nasus.
Yeah.
You've got, you know, now Lucian's quite strong.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we're kind of limited with what we can do.
I want to see AD Kai'Sa this game, I think, to give some like diversity to the damage spread. Terminus instead of Nash's Tooth. I love that recall, by the way. It's a high quality recall, very different to the Kayle recalls we saw earlier.
Yep.
You might say, why? Because he's still good condition. Why did he base? Well, he actually had Pickaxe, which gets you Q upgrade, and it was on a cannon wave. So it's literally a flawless reset. I would actually start thinking about impacting the game now, guys. So this is where you have to like put on your thinking cap and actually start playing League of Legends. So that was a great opportunity after shoving that wave to lean mid. Look at how Nasus is playing on the mid wave. You know that you can't do anything bot right now because you just crashed a wave. You had a good like 20 seconds on your hands. Just start walking up the river and see if you can impact that mid matchup because Kaisa can gank lanes when you have Q upgrade. Obviously, this is awesome as well. Nocturne was pathing bot.
Nocturne was pathing bot, pinged on the way, so we can make it work, right? Nice.
Nice combo. Fuck yeah. Awesome.
Great.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, what I like about this sequence and just in general, by the way, is that we didn't, like, again, it's about what he didn't do. Because he didn't grief the lane or he didn't, he's been playing off his timers, now Nocturne has the ability to make this play.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? But if we were low or we'd done something dumb before, Nocturne wouldn't have that opportunity and then things would get very complicated.
Making the game easier for your team. It's not just an AD carry thing. This is all roles. And this is the difference between, high elo players. They understand the game more at a higher level, like what's going on, what people want to do.
You're trying to kill the Nexus.
And syncing up with like your teammates' windows when they want to do something.
Would you swap mid?
It's an interesting one, isn't it? Because this mid matchup is just going to absolute shit. I personally wouldn't, because I would down tempo. What I would love to do is find a window where I can swap mid with tempo, because I'm winning. I don't want to play Nasus's game. If Nasus drags the only fed member towards him, he's kind of doing his job, in my opinion. What I would actually do, because I'm 2-item Kai'Sa, is I would start playing like an absolute psychopath bot. The second I see Sona roaming, I would all in the Lucian, and I want to draw pressure away from the mid lane right now.
Yeah, I think, I mean, if we're going to get, this is where, again, there are what we're going to have to get into in this one. And we need to preface it by saying this is a high-low game, so we're going to have to talk about high-low concepts, right? With Master Boss game.
Puzzle solving, yes.
Right, puzzle solving. So this is where, your ability, and this is where the difference between Master tier and Grandmaster really comes into play, is your ability to understand what are your tools that your team has to work with, and how do we use those tools to kill the Nexus, right? And that for me, when I'm in a game like this, obviously, yes, the Kai'Sa, Ali, engage, whatever. But the big X factor of this game is Nocturne.
Yep.
Nocturne is your trump card, right? And so a big thing that I would be thinking about, doesn't matter if I'm top laner, mid laner, bot laner, support, whatever, is what is my Nocturne doing and does he have R?
Yeah.
I want to heavily play around my Nocturne's R. And you see a lot of people, they don't think about their jungler's ultimate, right? Whether it's a Wukong ultimate, Nocturne ultimate, whatever. And it's a really, really important reference point.
Yeah. I think it's okay to just give this dragon.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
It's I'm okay with them not cross match.
I mean, they don't win team fights.
We're just so early in the game.
They don't
there's
win
no
team
cross match
fights.
to be
They
done.
will get out team fought, right? They're versing what?
Yeah.
They're versing like, what is it? What was their jungler? The enemy jungler?
Neferi.
Yeah.
No, was it?
I think it was a Neferi.
No, it was Vi.
Vi, was it?
It's Vi.
Yeah, so it's a Vi, Nasus, Lucian, Sona. We're not going to win that team fight.
No.
Right? There's no way. So we need to look for picks. We need to look for man advantages, right? This is where the alley comes into play, where the cage match bot comes into play. It comes into Nocturne R. This is what we need to do.
Yep. Okay, so on this timer, there's two options, right? You could deploy top and make the game frisky at the Rift Herald, or you can deploy bot. I honestly don't mind either, because what's going to happen is if he deploys bot, Sona will go top and you're left in the cage
You know
match.
what we should have done? I'm telling you, is you should have killed Nasus mid there.
Do we have ult? We do have ult here.
Kill mid. He has a
We can
bounty.
deploy out mid.
You should have just killed Nasus.
It'd be making two plays at once. Nocturne did ulti top, but I think that deploy out mid would have been great.
I don't think it matters because it's a bounty mid and yeah, it just would have been free.
Yeah, this is a very defensive deploy by the Kai'Sa.
I mean, Ali deployed mid, right? And you had the setup. It was like clean.
You do have to adapt. You do have to adapt.
I feel like that's the X factor play, because then you would just make the trade. It's fine. You lose bot tower, you go mid, you get mid tower, you get rift. Like it'd be great. It'd be an awesome play.
With 2-item Kai'Sa, we're 4-1. Like, I feel like this is a moment we should be taking more
That's a
control of the game.
350 gold bounty on the Nasus.
And these are really like important review points. Like this would probably feel bad for the Kai'Sa. Like, what's going on here? And then you have to go back in the review, because this is how a lot of how we improved and how a lot of people, what feels shit in your games. Look at those moments, see what missed opportunity.
And your only way to find these things, by the way, guys, is by again taking accountability. If you're not thinking. If you're thinking, oh, my mid laner just got gapped by Nasus mid, how do I, that's it, game over. Right. Well, you're never going to find those opportunities.
Yep, you want to find windows to kill him for sure.
Quick shout out to Enki Duke for the Twitch Prime. Says, love the live streams.
All right, so we got to get out of this bloody bot lane, guys.
Yeah,
we got to get out of this bot lane. It's getting a bit crazy. If it was 1v1 versus Lucian, again, I still think it's better, because you can at least do stuff, but we haven't done anything. The last thing you wanted to be doing as the fed member as your team is staring against two enemies in lane, All right, so yeah, it's just a classic problem here of like we're just overemphasizing the importance of a T1 towers. Like this tower doesn't do anything for the game.
I mean, one of the X factors of Kai'Sa players is that they hover a lot more.
Yeah,
really
just be
good.
there. It's a ganking champion.
Yeah, it's a
You're
ganking
really good
champion.
at ganking.
They can do
yes.
things. That's the X factor
As soon
of
as you
Kai'Sa.
get Q upgrade, you start ganking.
That's her strength, right? Comparatively to a lot of other AD carries.
Yeah, and I think obviously this game's still very winnable.
Yeah.
But we could have accelerated the game. There was actually 0 acceleration done after getting.
If
our
anything,
kills.
there was a de-acceleration.
Deceleration.
Yes.
Yes.
Deceleration.
All right, so we're landing fighting mid. Nice. Next objective is going to be this Nash. We're probably not going to be thinking too much about the Nash. So it's actually just the Dragon, I would actually argue, is the next objective we're actually going to play around. So yeah, we got to make a plan around this. Hovering sides. This is much nicer.
Carp in the Twitch chats, YouTube says, Nathan, opinion on Nocturne going Halo Blades and Lethality build instead of Conqueror and Bruiser. I like it. He's never going to be brute forcing and fighting against a Nasus and a Trinimere. You're just going to be dead anyway against those champs. Your job is just to kill the Sonar and Lucian, and hopefully your team can clean up the rest. I like the full lethality. I think it's fine. But I also honestly think Bruiser's fine as well.
I think Bruiser's fine. It's not, you can make it work.
Okay, so this is interesting. So what we should be thinking about at this point in the game is like getting mid waves out and then leaning to side lanes. And there's going to be moments like this, guys, where you want to play mid to side, but your teammates go straight into the river. So I like what this guy has done. Just ping them off, get the wave, and then you can go help your team. And ideally, we're trying to get our team on the fucking mid wave in neutral. Okay, big fight happening top. Good. Just walk to the play.
I mean, honestly, what I would do is I'd be looking to trade this off.
Well, you can do either.
Kill mid.
I'm struggling to see the actual map right now. How many people are there?
Kill mid. There's 3 top.
Okay, so Trinimere teleported from bot lane. So that was going to be a bad fight.
Nocturne tried to make the play. So yeah, I mean, I'd just be looking for those split map plays. I don't think I'd be trying to react to their fights as much. I'd be like thinking, if they make a play and kill my Tom, how do I make a play elsewhere? Fucking kill Lucian mid or something.
Depends how quick it is, Curtis. Kai'Sa's very good at arriving at those plays late with ulti. But yeah, generally you are correct. The principle of like trading it off because their play's too fast.
Yeah, there's no way they can win this dragon. You got to trade it off.
Now Dragon's gone, so this is just a very defensive sequence again, where we're just kind of staring at them in the bot side.
You can't do anything.
But
need
you know
to be
why
pinging back.
this has all happened? It's all happened because there was just no mid priority.
Yeah.
So what this Kai'Sa could have been doing differently is trying to get their team onto the mid waves nice and early.
He needs to be pinging back. You know what you do here, by the way, in these scenarios? If you know you're not contesting that drag, you can pull, like, threaten Baron.
Yeah, threaten Nash.
Threaten Nash. They can pull them off the dragon. Sometimes create a bit of chaos.
Yeah.
These are all just small. We're just trying to get across small little ideas.
Even capital inject top lane farm. Like go push out mid wave, then go run top and start bashing waves up there. It's also fine. Yeah, it's a slow bleed, isn't it?
It's a slow bleed.
Game, yeah.
I mean, because Tom's just useless and Sona's scaling like a motherfucker and you just can't win team fights.
It's about the speed of decision making as well. Cancel that base. Nice by Ali.
Yeah. Good.
Cool. Yeah, but he can only wither one of you guys, so we can kill him.
Oh, look at the Nasus, dude. I love it.
I mean, this is just mechanically played badly, unfortunately.
I think that was his mechanics, right?
Well, yeah, we missed the initial W as well, right?
And he rushed his R.
Yeah. He's not going to get one shot. He had plenty of time.
Alistar did kind of punt him.
I think it's done. The game's done.
Yeah, unfortunately, the game is done.
This is a really classic example. There was a bit of execution. We saw it a few moments, but it was more so missed opportunities.
Yeah, so a learning objective I would give, right? It's a master tier player, so I can give it a bit of a broader learning objective. What I would say is after you get your Q upgrade on Kai'Sa, you want to start looking around the map for opportunities to spread your lead and don't tie yourself so much to like breaking the T1 bot tower. And just high level, this player now needs to go and play around with that concept. Yeah. Also, obviously neutral objective awareness and trading off objectives is a big one. And just cross-mapping in general.
Yeah, the whole thing of like hovering, your like looking for plays with your R is just not something he's developed, I don't think.
And that's a really easy way to take control of games. Because what's interesting is like, this game is almost a bit too clean from the Kai'Sa's perspective. You want to make it a bit messy. Like, good Kai'Sa players have a lot of deaths.
You're not playing Jinx.
No.
Right? He's playing a bit like a Jinx.
Is that Kayle player still going?
Let's have a look.
It is, yeah.
Is it a... Oh, he just won.
Okay, nice. All right, so we haven't done a jungler, have we?
Yeah, we did a Wukong, but we can look at another jungler.
Yeah.
Let's see who's in game, what's going on. Let's look what Trev's doing.
There's a Renekton player in top I'd like to watch at some point. I don't think they're in game right now, though. Let's check. No, the Renekton is not in game. Is there a melee support, maybe? Have we done mid?
Yeah, we did an
Yeah.
Irelia a little bit.
Yeah, I was looking at mid.
Okay, Loam's playing Zyra again, so we don't need to watch that.
We could look at a mid game from a Yasuo player, PZ Source.
Yeah, we can.
Let's look at a mid game from the Yasuo. I think
right.
that's our best one right now.
Tuned in.
So that's PZ Source.
Bloody
All
hell,
right, so
we're one
we'll
of- we're one of
have to
three.
do a bit of a reassess on a lol state soon. He has got Bork. Okay, so the general framework with Yasuo is that pre 2 items, you can't really team fight that well. You typically need Bork and Shield Bow. Otherwise, you just get kind of one shot, especially when you're versing burst-oriented champions. Like this game, I think there's a LeBlanc on the enemy team. So, I'd be very cautious. I mean, when you're behind like this on Yasuo, look, guys, you've already fucked up pretty big time.
All
I
right,
mean,
end of review.
yeah, I mean, like you've got 147 CS by 22 minutes.
Wait, Nathan, we don't need to watch this VOD. It's
Yeah, this game is, I think, pretty doomed.
not a good VOD.
As a Yasuo, it's unacceptable. You're one of the strongest laners in the game. You need to have a good lane or at least be farming well and like high value deaths. You can be 1 in 3, but if you were farming 190, right? 190 farm by 22 minutes is not that bad, but we're 150 farm by 22 minutes. We're so far behind. It's more about just getting carried, really, I would
There's
say.
a piss banger Talia game at 39 minutes,
No, I don't
14
wanna
and
watch
3. We don't really have any other mid ones, guys. No one's actually.
Yeah, that's fine. We don't have to
Look
do
at other
mid.
roles.
Other roles.
The Trev guy, Jungle, his stream's not too high quality.
I mean, there's an RE which 8 minutes into game. The
No,
game's
that's a
quite close.
review, I believe.
Oh,
That's
is it?
Kaiser's reviewing that right now.
God damn it. We've gotten very unlucky with the game timers here.
We might have to go back to ADC.
Yep, have a look. What do we got? Is Noodle in game?
Nut noodles not in game.
400 nut. 400 nut in game. 400 nut is in the mid game is Siva, but it says win, so we're not going to watch that. Yeah, I'm a bit lost here, Nathan. Very confused.
Yeah, for probably.
Oh wait, is the game just starting? No, is the game just ending? God damn it.
Yeah, so
Let's go back to top lane.
let's just, while we wait for someone to get into a game, we can just chat about what we've noticed so far.
Yep. You can do that while I freak out and find a game.
Yeah, I mean,
It's Benonia.
at least for me, when I do these boot camps, like I
Right,
was
we're
saying,
going to watch this. Benonia's in champ selectors top. So yes, it's Yapol is in
Which one? Which one?
Benonia.
Benonia.
Top laner.
yeah, it's just been, again, it's always really reassuring to see the quality of the play difference immediately. And you can always see that's the uncomfortable nature of Masterclass, specifically that last one. It's not just about now not dying
Yeah.
or reviewing deaths and clearing low-hanging fruit. Now we need to go to the next level. And I think that's the complicated thing about that rank bracket, right? And a lot of people got to that rank bracket. Like, think about what skills that Kaiser had developed.
Yeah.
Great matchup understanding. Probably really, really good lane fundamentals, beautiful reset, beautiful wave management, great awareness of the jungler.
Yep.
Right? Like everything was basically spot on in terms of fundamentals.
Yeah.
Now we need to go that next level above, and that gets very complicated.
Yeah, we've seen very clearly. I mean, we've seen a wide range of ranks. We started off with a silver player,
Yep.
then we went to Emerald, and then Master. Like, we're very clearly seeing the differences in the skill between the ranks.
Yeah, and the silver player didn't know how to fight.
No.
And that's what we see from players. Because if you know how to fight, you can climb out of silver.
Yeah. But there was still execution errors with that Kaiser, right? Which is worth noting.
Yeah,
you know?
there were some execution errors, but they were more like higher level problems.
execution.
Correct,
yeah.
yes.
And it is worth mentioning those, at that
Yeah.
master tier level. You can't brush over those.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I
this
saw-
is Master on NA, by the way. This is going to be
Oh,
interesting.
cool. Master's here, top laner playing Ambessa. I think we did a Master Ambessa last time we did a stream. I hope he picks Renekton though. Ugh. He was a Renekton. He played Renekton last game. God damn it. All right.
Ambessa top.
Yep. Blind pick Ambessa.
Pretty brutal. Hope the enemy doesn't pick a Renekton here.
I would love that.
I feel like if the enemy picked Renekton here, holy moly.
The worst pick for the enemy the most annoying pick I would be afraid of here is Camille. Camille is really, Camille's banned actually. But Camille's really strong into Ambessa and strong at the moment and strong with Sejuani. So, all right, Alawi.
Alawi.
It's great. Top Lane Academy has a collective hatred of Alawi.
Yeah, Chippies was saying that, wasn't he?
Yeah. Take Ignite, do it.
What about Alawi do you think is annoying our top lane community, Charles?
Well, people like interacting in their laning phases and fighting their enemy, and Alawi is a very good champion that's stopping you doing that. It's actually that simple. They also don't like Gragas and Yorick for the same reason.
Yep.
Because if you try and fight the Alawi into her and get hit by her E, you just lose every single trade.
So what do you know about this sort of matchup? I know you're not an Ambessa main, but high level.
Dabbled. High level. This matchup is not really about Ambessa. This is a mini game matchup. This happens all the time in top lane. And it's one of the reasons why top lane is such a daunting role to learn, is because you have to learn all these little mini games. Alawi's a mini game, right? We have to know how to destroy her tentacles. And we need to, most importantly, avoid her E. So 100% of your mental stack in this matchup is going to be, I'm going to trade when Alawi E is down, and I'm going to avoid her E when her E is up. And if I can dodge her E, I will win every trade.
Yeah, I love this E mini game against Alawi. Like, imagine like playing Alawi as well. It's like, okay, hit a bunch of E's this game, won the game, missed a bunch of E's, lose the game.
Yeah, and also like, so Ambessa with Ignite and, is it Conquer or Electro this game? I couldn't see the rune setup. Regardless. Alawi actually likes short trades.
It's Grasp,
and
actually.
Ambessa does. Sorry, the Alawi has Grasp. The Ambessa has Conqueror.
Yeah.
So Ambessa with Conqueror Ignite actually wins all ins. It's a weird identity shift you have to take away from the Electro setup, where you actually win extended fights. Okay. Break the bone plating, lovely. We can also utilize our dashes on Ambessa to dodge out on the Alawi spells, which is very helpful.
Yeah, it seems to me that this is likely going to be one of those scenarios where if you're able to kind of go relatively even, I feel like surely that would be beneficial for the Ambessa, right?
It depends on the value that the Alawi has into your comp, right? So Alawi has quite high value into all three topside champions, Fizz, Jarvan, and Ambessa, because they're all melee. Ambessa is a 1 to 2 item spiking champion. So if we can develop somewhat of a lead around our Eclipse spike, we're going to be very happy.
Beautiful trade. Level 2. Get the level 2 first. Play off the level up timer.
Also, notice how he dashed over the tentacle slam,
Yep.
which is using one of the dashes there. That was very nice. For people who don't know, Alawi gets a dash after casting all of her spells. So you cast Q, you dash.
Ambessa, you mean?
Yes, Ambessa.
Yep.
I'm going to mess it up 100 times. There we go. We just saw the interaction. He used his Q2 dash to dodge the E, and he's used his
This is awesome.
W dash to dodge the tentacle slam. So really good champ mastery.
I think he's going to kill this guy.
There is an Ignite coming. Bam.
Hey.
Incredible mechanics. Beautiful stuff.
I love that he's going forwards. I love it when people dodge skill shots going forwards.
Yeah.
And especially when they go conk, right? It's like a win-win scenario, right? You're giving yourself an opportunity to stack conk, and you're kind of going over the skill shot there. So beautiful, beautiful trading there.
Yep, 100%. So I love this buy as well. It's wait and base for a refill. Love it. Beautiful. Couldn't be better, honestly. Alawi should have just let the wave come into her and catch it. Alawi not the strongest early game champion, as we know. She's more of a scaling pick. So yeah, not ideal.
So we've got a very chaotic mid matchup. Fizz into lock.
Yep.
So it is one of those matchups that if Fizz gets the ball rolling, we could expect a lot of attention topside. Very roam-oriented champion, Fizz.
Fucking hell. Old mate has timed the flash in the chat. So
This is high intensity.
You know, we've rocked up at our computer to fucking play, you know?
We are locked in.
Okay, so what I would be trying to do here, if I can, is ego a little bit and trim the wave. Unfortunately, we've been hit by the E. That's fine. Just disengage it. It's a bit annoying. We can't hold the wave anymore because we got hit by that E. Oof. If we did dodge that E, we could have had an angle to hold the wave, set up a Jarvan gank. So a bit of a missed opportunity there, I'll be honest, but that's only a Master Plus thing I would mention. It's not that big of a deal. I will say I love this guy's trading around cooldowns. It might look really obvious because this guy's just good at trading, but notice how he trades when his spells are up, and when his spells are down, he keeps his distance. He doesn't just stand there auto-attacking the Alawi. A lot of lower-ranked Ambessa players would just literally auto-attack.
And I wonder how aware he was of where his jungler was, because that was beautiful. Like he
made it volatile.
Yeah, well, he's completely overwhelmed the Alawi's mental stack there as well. Yeah. Like the Alawi, even if there's a ward there, Jarvan can just walk over. It's a free kill because, Ambessa. I love laners that actually overwhelm the enemy laner's mental stack when I'm about to gank. The worst thing I see is they just sit at their tower, just sort of wait. It's like, you go in first, Jarvan. No, I want you to start the fight. And I fucking
the best
clean
gank
up.
is when the fight's already happening.
That's right.
Yes.
It's so clean. Quick and clean. You can save your flash. It's huge.
So the thing that a lot of people don't understand about Alawi is that she's incredibly vulnerable to ganks in the early game, right? I mean, she's Later on, she can 2v, can do
Level
some,
6.
Level 6
I
onwards
see them
can-
1v2 junglers.
Yeah, you can
The
do
classic.
the class,
1v2
especially
things.
Jarvan. Like Jarvan gets stat checked by
But
so
you're
many top
very,
champs.
very vulnerable, right? You're very, very immobile. So
Yeah.
something that can be punished.
Yeah, we're also going to hit a level 6 timer way before this Alawi, so we're going to have a nice little 1v1 window there with our Ignite as well. Ambessa can fight without R in lane, though. It's not the most important laning ulti. Okay.
So you'd be planning to let this wave come out a little bit and hold the wave on your side, Charles? What would you be looking to do with waves, you reckon?
Yeah, so it's just the case of like, if you're strong enough and you're trading well and you're dodging enemy spells, then you can trim the wave and hold it on your side. If you're being a bit more respectful, maybe you think the enemy jungler might come, maybe you're not as confident in your matchup, you can simply just let it hit your tower.
It seems like Ambessa is actually really good at kind of simultaneously trading and trimming the wave.
Yeah, a lot of top laners are great at doing this, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is great. Trim the wave, keep hitting the minions a bit, destroy his tentacles when they appear on your screen. Love to see it. And then, yeah, just literally when if Alawi can't clear his casters now. Let's trim the wave a lot here. Don't let this wave crash. If Alawi comes forward to hit the casters, we can just start fighting.
Surely we'd be looking for an all-in here.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, Alawi is 6. I don't want to face plant.
No, I think he
and
just
Jarvan
hit
is
6.
Jarvan is also bot, by the way.
True.
But I like, beautiful movement.
Now we go.
No, we
don't know the jungler.
We've got no vision.
no
It's a
vision.
little bit risky, yeah.
And there's
And it
Seju.
happens.
But he does outplay it.
Wow.
I think he was aware. The way his body language was,
It
my
was very
opinion,
in and out,
It was
wasn't it?
very in and out. It wasn't just slam R in go. Like we don't know. I mean, that would be a question for the coach, right?
Yeah.
Like, did you think about that?
I think you can just assume as the coach that he did, honestly. It was such good awareness. And now
Very
the
good
boar is on the floor. Fuck me. That's which one he's just dead.
Oh, God.
Wow. Nice play by Sedge, by the way, to counter gank that.
Yeah,
Just-
had a crack.
it was
I
a
like
little
the
bit late, though.
intention.
A little bit
bit
late.
late, yeah.
Oh my God. Then he pulled the wave before basing, by the way. I want to mention something that Dan Man said in the chat like half an hour ago. He said like the myth that master players are bad is getting
Fuck
debunked.
me.
Because look at these players. Look at this Alawi.
Look at the
look
quality.
at this Ambessa rather. Fuck me. This is an incredible player. Incredible.
Our jungle head coach Pabu is saying in the chat, this guy's a fucking beast.
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
a
so
machine.
what LP master is this player, Nathan?
I
would guess high master. He must be high master.
He didn't put his OPGG.
Well, let's
in
find
the
his
thing.
OPG.
Well, we know for a fact that he-
USNE.
I'll get it.
So we know for a fact that he has a lot of champion mastery, right? We know that.
I'd be surprised if this player is lower than 1 KLP, honestly, based on what I've
No.
seen so far.
You
1
can't tell. You can't tell. You can't tell someone's how high up in master tier they are with just their lane. You cannot. You need to be able to see their mid game.
This is on Europe, right? Or is it NA?
No, it's an NA.
Is it?
339
Yeah, I
LP.
was gonna say. You can't tell.
So much LP.
He
though.
peaked 410 LP. This is the highest he's
Maybe he just knows the
ever
Alawi
been.
matchup really well.
Yeah, there's a lot of master tier players that are great at lane. They know their
Yeah.
matchups. That champion mastery.
Mental.
That's not the difference maker in Master Plus. Like we saw with the Kai'Sa, right? They know their matchups. They know what they need to do. It's mid game. It's winning the game. It's killing the Nexus.
This guy's very spec'd into that one skill, though, I will say. Just based on my experience playing top lane a lot recently and like around that elo range, like this guy's very good in this
He's
specific
more
skill.
than what you would. Yeah, I see
Yeah.
what you mean.
Exactly right.
So, to
I would
offset that, he's going to do some
that's what I was
horrendous
going to
shit.
say. Yeah, because his laning is that good, he must be doing some really weird shit in the mid game,
Yeah, so-
or just very inconsistent in his matchups.
Yeah, what that suggests, if we're seeing this quality of trading in lane, is that maybe he starts to get tunnel vision on the 1v1 and dies. Maybe he takes low percentage all-ins in mid-game. Maybe he has stage 4 issues and gets tilted. I don't know. Time will tell.
Look at that dodge on the E again, by the way.
Mechanically, definitely very
I'm
good.
really interested to see how this guy closes out the game, by the way, because like this lock is getting some kills. His bot lane is winning though. It could just be an
Fizz is
easy win.
snowballing. This game looks like a very, very easy win.
By the way,
Right?
just on top of that as well, he's not stuck. I think he's progressively climbing.
Right.
Because
Yeah, right.
his last season was like, I think it was Diamond last season. He's never peaked high. So last season he was Diamond 1. So he was Emerald for a long time. Last year was Diamond 1. And now he's up to 400. So he could just... He's just climbing, dude.
Fuck yeah. I love seeing the amount of games he's played as well. Just not that many games.
Yeah,
Normal
300
amount of
games. Playing probably some 3 blocks. It looks like he is 3 blocking.
Yes, we have 4-0 Fizz, 4-0 Ambessa. I mean, this is just, clean. We have really, really good topside skirmishing. We've now got our Eclipse on Ambessa. We're quite strong.
So what I would hope to see, Curtis, is the top laner special, which is just arrive for one of the early Drakes with your lead, right? You don't want to get too crazy and arrive that early, but like dragon numbers 2 and 3, like 3+ especially, you need to be there. Okay.
Sejuani.
The boar is running away. Love the hold on
Wow,
the
good
Ambessa roll.
hold.
That was awesome.
Really nice.
Jarvan doing Jarvan things, getting it Alawied.
Yeah, so the way we translate leads typically, right, from top is when you're strong, put your body in the area around those neutrals, right? Be the difference maker on the dragons, and have your presence felt.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept, Curtis, because like even though we're really fed, it's not like we can just kind of take the tower in Alawi's face. We're just going to be casually ending the laning phase at about a normal time, and then using those neutrals to win the game, like you were saying. Because Ambessa's not a split pusher. No, she's like a team fighter. Exactly right.
Right, so we want to be on those drags, we want to be on those rifts. Super on point with that.
It's just lagging a lot again.
Yeah, people are in the chat complaining there's lag.
What can we
Unfortunately,
do about this?
we can't do anything about that.
Is it on the student's end or is it us?
Yeah, it's the student's end.
Can I change the stream quality?
You could no, it's up to them.
But it's not lagging for me that much.
Yeah, so I think it's us.
Maybe it is us.
Can I click that?
Yeah.
No.
A little bit jumpy, but it's not that bad.
It says
Yeah, maybe there.
we don't have nitro. All right, evacuate the premises. We'll go back to the game.
Rest in peace. I like what he's doing here, kind of pressuring, maybe getting a little bit overeager for some trades, but I like how he's trying to get some plates. So what I would be thinking here, Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, we got Dragon up in 50 seconds.
Yeah.
Right? So we need to start thinking, how do we have some sort of impact around that Dragon, right?
It's pretty early. I don't think you have to. You can use it as a counter pressure point and just plow your 1v1 during it, but it's on the table. If we can stack a big wave and get down there, remember, because we don't actually have TP.
True.
So
very soon, though.
So we can use that first TP to impact the game. It is true. We can do that. What I love, by the way, is actually just taking a recall around like now, for example, like let Alawi mid. So this will be really cool, by the way. Let Alawi freeze the wave, recall, run out mid, and then TP back top. That is a nice little play to make. We actually don't have the unlocked TP yet, though.
Very, very, very soon. So I think hard shoving this into a reset is definitely the play to give you that flexibility, in my opinion.
Agreed. Oh, we still don't have it, though.
Yeah, so close.
Oh, you don't want to ram yourself up against a wall like that against Alawi, by the way. I think we're losing the plot a little bit, I'll be honest. Like, what I'm seeing in the late lane here is just like, we're getting hit by too many Alawi.
Because what's happening is that he's frustrated because he's so far ahead. And
slow it down.
And he's trying to like force the issue, right? He's like, oh, let me get the tower. Like he doesn't realize that it's not his timer right now to do that. He can't do that in this matchup. He just needs to chill, keep up the farm, keep up the prio, and have his presence felt later on.
Something you can do, but Chippies talks about, is like, if you're in a matchup where you're fed but can't kill them, but you can always get the wave in, is you crash one wave into their tower, walk behind their tower, clear another wave, like proxy a wave, and then base with giga tempo, and then go make a play on the map.
Right.
So yeah, this is pretty annoying, honestly, that death. It was really bad death as well, because if we pay attention to the map, Jarvan did the dragon. So Sejuani, beautiful cross map. This Sejuani, couple of deaths, but obviously knows how to play League of Legends. Did cross map the dragon and kill the Ambessa.
Do we do have our TP now, Charles?
Yep.
So for that next dragon, we ideally want to have some adaptability there. Rift is going to be the next major neutral objective.
Yeah, so Jarvan's just started playing bot side, so let's just not die, guys. Like, let's just get a ward out. We've got 2 wards in our pocket. Let's put one in
I really want to see him move on to that topside jungle and get some deep vision.
I agree.
Right?
That was a time where he could have done it, but he hit the tower instead.
So I would just, even there, like smash out the wave, pop the Scryer's Bloom, move into the jungle, get a ward on the red or the Krugs or something.
Ward over to the Krugs,
Yeah, do something. Like, you're not getting anything done here. You're not just wasting time.
So something a lot of people struggle with, Curtis, is they arrive in lane and they immediately start slow building. But the better thing to do is you arrive in lane, you hard push the first wave, you go guarantee your safety, get vision, and then return to lane and slow build.
Yep. Yeah, it's something, I say that all the time in mid lane. You don't slow build first and then try to poke. You always hard shove, get your ward, and then do something later on.
Yep. Yeah, so we're just kind of throwing our body into the Ambessa, honestly. I think the matchup nuance has kind of been lost. Maybe this Alawi is just getting a bit better at the matchup, because we're just eating every E. See how I was saying in the load screen, this matchup is just getting hit by the E or don't get hit by the E. And also, by the way, Alawi is just a fucking menace of a champ. This is why people in TLA don't like her, because we're 5-1.
It's a brick wall.
We can't fight the Alawi.
Yeah. She's a brick wall.
She's got Shojin now as well, so her cooldowns are just so low. It's really tough to like break through her.
Yeah, I mean, this is, I will say, Ambessa is in a power trough, though, in general. Like, from what I understand.
Really? I thought she spikes hard on
She spikes hard on Eclipse, but then she goes into another power trough, in my opinion.
Interesting.
Where, pre that second item, she's, she's not weak, but she's definitely not that, not amazing.
Yeah. I think as well. I just think like the feedback I would give this player is you just need to read the map state and understand that the game was being played bot that whole time. So like we're not incentivized to heavy trade. It's okay to give push a bit.
It's also just understanding your windows, right? It's like, yeah, you know, oh, here we go. We're doing this. I don't like this.
I mean,
personally,
it might lead into Herald.
I think they're going to get it anyway. Your mid's dominating. You don't need to do this play. Like, I think this kill is useless, in my opinion.
Oh my God, Sedge wasted R.
Good R.
This play, look, again, we're getting nitpicky here. It is a Master Plus VOD, so, you know, I'm going to get into details. In my opinion, that play is only worth doing if the game was close and you need to find the next factor play to get into the game. If your mid laner is winning like that and your Fizz has that amount of move, it's completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
Because now you're not going to have TP for later on. Now Dragon's up in a minute 50. You want that TP.
Because people also be saying, well, isn't that good to get the Herald here now? But you're going to get the Herald anyway.
You're going to get it anyway.
Yeah.
Fizz is incredibly fed. Fizz could have just played topside.
So I love when I say something stupid like, oh, this player's 1,000 LP, and then we just see the next 10
Exactly
minutes of
right.
gameplay. It's awesome.
This is the reason why
you need to take more risks, is what you say, Curtis. It's always me or Nathan saying the stupid
It's bold
things.
things.
It's bold, wrong things. And then you look cool.
No, Curtis needs to call us out.
I'm just saying that you can't tell he's 1,000 LP from his lane. That's it.
Just throw it out, dude. Just throw it out there. See what happens. Stop plowing yourself into the goddamn Alawi.
Again, same thing. So what he's struggling with is he's losing his reference points, right? Our Jarvan's on the other side of the map. We should not be heavy trading. We're dragging up in a minute. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Right? Play for the wave, right? Stay nice and healthy. Time your shove into a reset. I think even potentially if he had deep wards, he could even do the proxy thing.
He's just, whatever. Flashing to Kobe is fine. Break the tower, get the hell out of
No,
here.
it is fine,
It's
but
fine.
it's still a low percentage played.
Well, I think it just represents his focus and attention.
Yes, his level of play.
Literally just staring at the Alawi, thinking it's like 2x KO. Like, how do I kill Alawi? W? Or whatever.
I mean, I don't know. I think that whole sequence was very low percentage. Our
we
jungle
need to
was
get
on red.
Shove and move. You're a shove and move champion. You're not a bloody fighter who's going to sit there and split.
We had no idea what the Sejuani was. It was just a very, very, very low percentage play.
Yeah.
All right, do we want to move on to a mid lane VOD now? We have an Azir player loading up. Or do we want to keep looking?
Going, right?
We want to keep looking?
It's pretty stompy.
We'll try to give love to everyone, you know, Charles?
Yeah, no, we'll do a mid lane one.
Move it on.
So yeah, I mean, it's a really great example of like, again, someone who has a very nuanced skill set, right? Very good at trading in lane, but then capitulates in the in the late lane and probably in the mid game.
Yeah, needs to work on their translation of leads.
Yeah, so hopefully the coach, they'll be getting into translation of leads late lane.
So this is Tamikaze.
So we're on Shock's room. Shock's coaching Tamikaze.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, by the way, I did gift you Nitro. Everyone in the chat's making fun of us because we can't afford Nitro.
I still don't have it.
No, I gifted it to you. You have to like open
When you
my
go to
DM.
DMs,
Yeah,
do you want to change the scene?
I think it's fine.
No, change the scene.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, I want to change this. What's the button?
Just change it to wide. Just click. Click sources. No, at the bottom. Sources.
Yeah.
Or scenes. Sorry, click scenes and then click wide. There we go.
All right. Good call.
All right.
Tell me when you've got it.
Opening my gift. I'm being asked if I'm a human. I'm doing a robot thing. One sec.
Hurry up, guys. This lane's starting.
Yeah. There's a little animation for my Nitro receipt. Do I have it? I do. All right, Nathan, you can go back to, it's called Bootcamp. All right, so live production going on
All right.
there.
So Azir v Swain. Now, this is a master. Tamikaze's master tier,
Let's
right?
have a look.
Pretty sure Tamikaze's master tier from memory.
Someone just asked in the chat, is Curtis the guy on the left? That's funny. No, I am Curtis.
Yeah, Master 500 LP.
Yeah.
Well, hey.
All right. So Azir. Azir typically, right, our goal in the early lane is really to slow it down. A lot of the time we have quite weak trading. We need a few points in our W before we can take amazing trades. Doesn't mean you can't trade, but that's not we're not a lane bully, right? So what I want to see is spacing Swain's Qs, baiting out Swain's E's, holding waves in either neutral state or slightly outside. And really, because into Swain, the big positive, I would say, big X factors, we do have really, really good gank setup post 6, especially with the Heck Room. So that's something we can look to abuse later on. Swain's very vulnerable to ganks.
Heckram with the level 3 gank.
Level 3 gank. probably the lowest value level 3 gank you could do. We have 0 follow-up. We just literally watch Tech Room just slam his head into the
Yeah, some junglers force the level 3 gank and they don't think, dude, this isn't Azir. Like, what are we doing?
What is Azir going to do?
Because it works sometimes, that level 3 gank, but it's like, that's the Lock Fizz matchup or some shit. And it's just pointless. Even if you burn the Swain's Flash, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I think he made Ghost completely useless.
Yeah.
Did he invade the enemy raptors or something?
No.
He must
No, I don't
have.
think so. I don't think so. I think we just got a water
Yeah, it was
Raptors
just-
and
Oh,
spotted
okay,
it.
that
So we
makes-
know
that
that the
makes
jungler's
sense.
doing
Oh, yeah,
their
Udyr
bosses up.
started raptors, I
Yeah,
think.
exactly right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so Azir is one of those champions where I would say most people who play Azir at this rank, you're going to see good lane fundamentals.
Yep.
The difference maker with Azir players and what we get into a lot is mid game. Really, it's a lot about side laning, knowing when to group and when to split, and really kind of being that pressure sponge. Azir has a very unique mid game identity.
Here comes Lux and Udyr.
Wait, how is he level 4?
Udyr
Yeah,
popped it fully.
like no, but he hasn't got blue. He didn't do it fully. He started bot side.
No, his blue buff is expired at this point, Curtis.
No, he started raptors. How is he level 4?
No, he did a bot side. Yeah, I don't
He started
understand.
raptors. Unless, I mean, we weren't actually paying attention.
Yeah, I don't
to be
know.
honest with you.
Doesn't
Maybe
matter.
something weird happened. He could have actually got R blue.
He killed
The
bot.
heck,
I
who
don't
knows?
fucking know.
Who cares?
My point being is that so what? Look, this lane shouldn't be overly interactive. There's all this chaos. Look, this is Azir. You can't do much, And
So would you say no to this skirmish, Curtis, and fix your wave and just say, like, see you later? But because I've heard you say that even on scaling champions, you have to make yourself aware.
Let's get really granular. What I would have done is I would have moved I would have moved over.
Yeah.
Panned my camera for longer. Got about halfway. And then made a decision. I don't like what he did at the start.
No.
Right? Which is just like not even pan, not even move, and like stay mid.
Yeah, because you want to have options.
You want to have some options. And even though sometimes your wave might be in a doom spot, it's better to get a kill and to help your jungler than like completely, fix your lane. So it's a bit controversial, but welcome to solo queue.
I like what he did in some ways, though, Curtis. There is this cool tech he's just used there where he did what I call a half crash, where he cleared enough minions before moving.
So it will crash.
So, but it did hit tower. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But yeah, he was late to the play, obviously. That was the
I
downside.
would just like to see a little bit more agency in moving to that play.
Yep. And it looks like it was winning as well.
Yeah.
So if he did pan his camera, he would have actually been able to go and just
Exactly right.
throw himself at it.
But this is one of the challenges on Azir, right? In the early game, you are very weak, so you don't have as much adaptability as other champions.
Yep.
So we are getting closer and closer to level 6. So
What do you build? You been Nashes?
yeah, usually Nash's, yeah. Nash's Shadow Flame or something. So yeah, post 6, you can make some choices, right? Because it is multifaceted. If you feel like there's gank setup, you can actually, or gank threat, you could hold the wave on your side. Alternatively, if you feel like your jungle is invading a lot, you can also just play for prio. Azir doesn't really come online until level 7,
Okay.
8, 9. Pre-level 8, 9, really, you're not doing much because you don't really have a lot of points in your W. Just want to see chill. So good warding, right? Beautiful warding window there. Some excellent vision on that bot side. Jungler's in base. I don't want to see much going on here. We have got level 6, which is good to see. So yeah, very non-interactive.
Sorry to bring it up, but is it lagging for you on your screen?
Yeah, it is a bit laggy.
God damn it. I don't think I can do anything about it.
No.
Is it? Can I not? I can't change quality settings on Discord, can you? No, it's just default settings.
No more
You
options.
sure it's them or is it our interwebs?
No, we're on LAN here.
Oh, we're on land. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's them. It has to be them. Yeah, we'll have to reassess that. We'll do some technical analysis after the stream.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep bringing it up annoyingly. Can anyone in chat help me?
Yeah. Can any technical tech support from chat? Twitch chat?
Okay, we have seriously Udyr low on top side. Might be able to clean up a quick little kill here. Have got R.
Oi!
Nice.
Maybe.
The people who know, you know. Maybe. Yeah, great. No R. So again, now we have no R. We have no mana. So I probably want to look for some sort of a shove into a reset relatively soon. Swen's gone for an all-in.
Oh yeah. Here we go. Hekarim's here.
Nice.
Run away.
All right,
Both
so
supports very active on the map.
pretty straightforward. I mean, we didn't die. I mean, probably a little bit disrespectful there to the Thresh. Going to lose quite a bit of farm there, unfortunately.
Does he deploy bot here and let Ezreal cover mid, or is that just trolling?
Yeah, I would. I would
Yeah.
run bot.
I think you catch one wave bot
Okay.
and then fix lanes,
Yeah.
right?
Ezreal's already there. Makes more sense, more efficient. The bot wave's in a good position for you to catch it.
You got to be really fast on these deploys, guys. You got to think.
So now we have no sums, no R. We're in downtime, as we would call it, in the Midland Academy.
Yep.
So what are your opinion on Azir in solo queue, Curtis? Azir is very well known to be one of the hardest champs mid laners in the game. More of like a competitive pick. But we are Master 500 LP. Do you see people climb even in high elo with Master, with Azir?
It's an interesting one. Okay, so my biggest gripe with Azir, right, is that he's kind of like competitively locked, right? Because the champ is very, very overloaded, has a very overloaded kit, can do a lot. So they really struggle to balance him simultaneously for solo queue and competitive play. So in general, Azir's just, whenever he's kind of good in solo queue, he's OP.
Yep. In the hands of the best players.
In the hands of the best players.
It's like the Cassante effect.
Right, Cassante effect.
Yeah.
So I just think that, is he the greatest champion to play in solo queue? Hell no, right? Why? Well, he takes a long time to come online, has a lot of weak lanes, struggles to adapt in 2v2s, doesn't have the greatest skirmishing, you know, and his biggest strengths lie in his mid game, right? Post 2 items and your ability to kind of take over the game with 2 items. But I just don't think that's a very effective way to play solo queue, and I think there are just better champions at doing that.
Well, we kind of can see in this game, look at how much chaos is happening in the average like Masters Tier game. There's just so much going on.
Would you rather be an Ari or would you rather be an Azir, right, is the question. So the thing is that, yes, you can get results with this champion, definitely, but it requires a very deep understanding of mid-game, right? You have to really, really know, okay, like, how do I take control? Like communication, lane assignments, transition periods, win con assessment, knowing when to group, when to split, how to say no, like drawing pressure in the side lane, getting maximum value from your tower passive. It's a lot of very technical details, and obviously fight execution mechanically, right, is not easy. So, yeah, not terrible, not the worst solo queue champion, but not the best.
Something I'm noticing from this Azir is very good at leaning to the right side of the map. I say as he randomly just eats forward, but he was just leaning to the correct side like all the time. So what was his E? Why is he eat forward like this?
Yeah, so this is just not what you want to do. As Azir at this stage of the game, we're pre-Nashes. Swain wants to go for the all-in. I think what his thought process was is, I've got lethal tempo. Swain has airy. I think the thought process is, I can win that extended trade.
Did he know? Did he think he didn't have ult or something?
But why bother? Why go for that?
Yeah, it's not a good plan.
All right.
I mean, this is the stress. I think a lot of people feel stressed when they play these sorts of champions. It's a mental block that they got to get over when you play these champions. You got to walk the tightrope between, like we mentioned with the Kayle, right? You got to trade a bit. You can't just not interact, but you got to walk the tightrope.
Yeah, I mean, he was getting prio. It seemed great. The game was going awesomely. He was just pushing the Swain in.
Yeah, so that's where I would ask. I would really probe. If I'm the coach there, what's going on? What was going through your head here?
What's your thought process?
Did you do this because you were stressed out? What did you think was going to happen? And then you would tie it back to reference points, identity, like when we're strong, when we're weak. So now, like, we're getting close to like level 9 Nashes is when we're not, we can do things. We're definitely not a minion anymore.
I fucking hate it, by the way, when I see someone in coaching take an all in when they have the gold to buy their first spike. It's just it's so simple to not do it.
So you can already tell, right? The quality of the laning we've seen here.
Yeah.
Comparatively to that Ambessa, right?
Yeah.
This guy's higher elo. So that suggests that this guy's got other things in his mid-game skill set, his mid-game arsenal.
Or mid lane's OP.
Or mid lane's OP, which I don't agree with. That he's obviously very good at.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely spot on.
Okay. So yeah, no arm, no flash, chill out, relax, no biggie. The onus is on them to punish us.
I can totally relate to the levels of stress he must be feeling though, because if I'm playing a scaling champ like this and there's literally like 5 blokes in my lane the whole game, I'm like, ooh, like what's going on?
And Swain just spikes a lot earlier, right? Swain is a menace. Rylai's, he's got my favorite build. Right, this guy's a Coach Curtis enjoyer, potentially.
Do you use D-Helm, do you?
I don't use D-Helm, no, but I love the Rylai's.
The Rylai's Rush, yes.
The Rylai's Rush with Airy. Like, that's a very, very nice build.
Yeah. When I talk to Hassam, he's anti-Rylai's.
Yep.
He's a Blackfire Torch enjoyer,
Yes,
right?
he is.
We can agree to disagree. So now, look, Swain has a lot of agency. This is where Swain can really start to take over the game, right? It's going to be hard for us to contest team fights versus that Swain, but we will shred him to pieces in the mid-game.
Yep, if we can keep our distance.
Yep.
He's doing a really good job at just dodging every Swain.
Yep, nice movement.
I will say. Oh, are we shuffling? Maybe. We
got
got
no
mana.
mana.
No mana. I genuinely don't even like the sweep anyway. I don't even think you would kill. I think Swain could literally ghost out of the tower and run away and be fine because that jungler's on the area. I would have much preferred, in general, we just chill, wait for Hecarim to get back on the map, and we can make that play later on when Hecarim's more available.
Yeah, do it with your jungler.
Do it with your jungler.
And also, if you're thinking more high level about this game right now, Hecarim is just spam ganking top and killing
not about
the
you.
Urgot on cooldown. Look,
Yeah.
he's thinking about teleporting to that ward, by the way. He was looking at that ward.
This game's not about you as an Azir, right? At the stage. This game's about your bot lane's, I think, doing a really good job. Your top's doing a good job.
I don't want Hecarim to gank mid and burn his ulti and burn his time doing that. He should just keep full clearing towards top and killing the fucking Urgot.
Just keep, and then Azir's just going to be sitting there pushing waves.
Well, the
and
way
moving.
you win games like this, by the way, if you're playing a scaling champion like this, like a Kassadin, a Azir, or whatever, Asol, and your team is doing well, you use that opportunity to just farm your ass off.
Yeah.
And you're like the insurance policy.
That's right.
Right? You'll guarantee the win in mid to late game. That's the way you need to view your role.
But also, if you're shoving waves fast mid, you're relieving a lot of pressure on the map as well, right? And if you're full HP, like if I'm against a full HP Azir and he's just bashing the wave, not doing anything risky, that limits so many of my options as the enemy jungler. It's really annoying. Totally. And then I'm goddamn panicking. The Azir's scaling into the game.
All right, so we can hover our jungler here. We do have R, we have level 9, we definitely have adaptability. You know, Hecarim's quite strong.
Okay. Do you like hitting the dragon here?
Do we have time to do it?
Yeah, there's no minions. No minions on mid.
Yeah. Okay. It's going to get spicy.
It's going to be spicy. Do you like Swain's positioning here? Or Lux just...
God damn, Lux
just
Q.
threw a Q.
Yeah, it's hard.
Throw the Q, man.
Just play the front.
Wait, are we going to go in? Are we shuffling?
No, we can't shuffle in.
Okay.
No.
Wow.
Did we get the dragon, by the way?
No.
Oh, my God.
And that's it. That's the Swain diff, right?
Yeah.
That's the Swain diff. That's really that simple. We can't. Yeah, I think Azir did the right thing, right? He didn't shuffle in, which is great. That's really, really good. Kept it simple.
Wait, Curtis, but I guess it's so hard because you're versing Swain, but like what I would usually tell people there is like if you're in a position where you're grouped as 4 and then the enemy are a 3 and a 1, isn't it up to the 4 to pick a side?
You can't engage into Swain like that.
No, yeah, I know, but would you engage on the 3
Nah,
then?
you can't into those champions. You're just not strong enough.
Hecarim needs to do it then. Someone needs to pull
Nah,
the
you
trigger.
can't because
Shit dragon then. Just shit dragon.
it is a shit dragon.
Yeah.
I agree. The jungler, it's a shit dragon. I agree.
Yeah.
That's not your job as a mid laner.
That's why I was getting anxious at the start, by the way, hitting the objective. Like, I generally hate when my jungler starts
But you
a
don't
dragon
know
that
as a mid
requires me
laner.
to hit.
Think about the principles you're following as a mid laner.
Yeah.
My jungler is doing the dragon.
Yeah.
My bot lane has priority. I have to put my body in the area. Now, the
Even if it's
mindset that
bad,
you've got to
really?
have, because you don't know where the enemy jungler is. You don't know if the enemy jungler is going to be there.
I think that's fine. I wouldn't overthink
It's fine.
that
It's
mistake.
it's the principles.
It's whatever,
It's
dude.
the principles fine.
Interesting.
And then you just protect yourself at all times.
Yeah.
And then you just don't die. Let your jungler rot.
Yep.
They get punished for the bad dragon. It is what it is.
It is like such a unique mid lane perspective about like making yourself available. It's very unique to your role, you know.
Yeah, it is.
Like if I'm the AD carry,
You're the midfielder.
I'm literally going to say, I want to fight this dragon or I don't want to fight this dragon based on my condition because like I'm the one moving to it.
Well, again, it's too theoretical. You're full HP with R, with Psalms, with an Ashes. You're not weak enough to justify not doing it.
Okay.
Right now, if you were like really low on the tower with no R and you're piss weak, sure.
Yeah.
You know, for sure, right? But you're not in a condition. You'd be gaslighting your jungler. Your jungler would get so angry at you if you didn't move over there.
That's right.
You would
gotta-
ruin the game for your jungler.
Yeah, they might AFK.
They might. Yeah, they get
So,
really
so if
upset.
that was played better, no, sorry to harp on this point, but I think this might be confusing for some people in the
Yeah.
chat. That's all. Like, do you think that fight was winnable if that was just played differently by maybe other players?
No.
That's so strange to me. So we're just literally moving to a play.
You move to
which
the
we-
fight,
which
the
we-
fight
which
loses, you move on.
That's
which
right.
we know it's not winnable. Because on the off chance that Uday just isn't
That's exactly
there.
right.
Yeah. Because you might be able to
what's the counterplay?
squeeze. You might be able to squeeze the dragon.
What's the
Charles.
counterplay?
Danger ping Hecarim, go back to mid
There's
lane.
no- he's not gonna listen.
He's
He will
going to
never,
start
ever,
the
ever
dragon.
listen to
It's his job
He
to do it.
will do that every time, whether you're there or not. And that's what I'm saying. As long as you don't die, then that's fine.
Protect yourself at all times.
Protect yourself at all times. That's the role of a mid laner.
It's very interesting.
You don't have that luxury. Junglers ruin games.
Yep.
Right? So that's it. It's that simple.
Correct. They get bored and they start objectives.
They start objectives. Horrendous dragons. All right, so because remember, yours in Azir, right? Whether your jungler dies 2 or 3 times, it doesn't fucking matter. You're the one that's going to get to 2-3 items, and you're going to. Because think about it, in League, it's very simple as a mid laner. You're either the one that wants that fight, and then you're using that fight to push the pace of the game and get the ball rolling,
Which is what Swain wants.
or you're like doing what you can, saying no, protecting yourself. Your team rots a little bit, and then you make up the difference later. as a mid laner. That's it. You kind of fall into one or two categories for the most part. And Azir falls into the latter, right? You want to get to your items in mid game. You take over the game in mid game.
All right, thank you, Synopsis, for the tier 1 subscription on Twitch. Also, Theus, shout out for the Prime. And also, I think Unity sent a Prime as well.
Nice. Thanks, guys.
I don't know if I missed any others.
Unity, the OG.
She's gifted 5 people so far.
Wow, shout out Unity.
She's very generous to the Twitch chat.
Hope you're having a nice weekend, Unity.
My brain's exploded, so I'm done.
But so what bothers you about that, Charles? Why is it confusing? What's confusing
It's just
about
confusing because if I'm playing Jinx bot lane and I've got no items and I'm even if I'm full HP and full mana and my jungler starts dragon, I would tell the student to not move to dragon.
Yeah, well,
Danger ping the
mid lane's
Hecarim.
just more useful, Charles. Than
Yeah,
an early
that's
guy.
the thing. Mid lane is more
They just,
useful.
they've got to do
So
that.
it's just
Jinx
a
can't
bad-
do anything. Jinx is just a sack of shit, right? With no
Right.
items. But Azir, you have mobility, you have R, you can do things.
Okay. I'm just making sure that I'm still great. 'Cause I'm just worrying if I'm giving people bad advice or I have bad heuristics
Well,
myself.
Well, yeah, it's something to think about, right? Sometimes you want to hover over. My mindset in solo queue is always, unless it is really, really obvious. If it's
Yeah.
extremely obvious that you're going to lose the fight, no shit, you ping back.
Yeah.
But that wasn't
that obvious to you.
That wasn't obvious at all.
Interesting.
Right? Because you don't know where Udyr is.
All right, so
Yep.
next dragon here. So Alawi's bullying his lane. He's hard winning this matchup here versus Urgot? I'm very interested to see what this next sequence
Well, you got a
looks
win
like.
con, right? We got a win con through the Alawi into
Yeah.
Urgot, right?
Yeah.
Which is really, really good.
Yes, that matchup's fine.
Hecarim is still completely fine. We're farming really quite well. So we're getting very close to our second item. So this is where Azir really starts to thrive, right? Because this is why people play Azir, right? You're side laning, right? You start to now post level 11, right? We're starting to build our second item. This is where we can fuck shit up.
Here we go.
Yep, just hover, do what you can, peel back.
I like the E holding here, by the way.
Yep, really good.
Good. This is beautiful.
Back up. There was a man disadvantage. The Urgot was there. That's fine. Really good. So you're just trying to slow it down. Slow it the fuck down. So what I would probably do now would be spam pinging back on Dragon. We're no way we're going to be fighting that.
Yep. Makes sense. I love the tethering. Nice. Good micro.
Oh,
This is great.
Oh,
Beautiful spacing.
Making Urgot TP here is really big because it makes
yeah, this is
Alawi
also
can
for
push top.
Alawi.
Yep.
Kai'Sa
perfect.
flash as well.
Just chill around the area. Establish some vision. We can shit on Urgot here. Yeah, go back to bot. This is where you need. Okay, this is where you need to start being a pressure sponge. After you kill the Urgot here,
Oh, he wasted his flash.
not ideal.
Stopping the bases is pretty cool, though, no? Or would you prefer to just bring them back to waves?
No, this is fine. I like this. We know that the Udyr couldn't be here.
It's like fighting with the Ezreal. Ezreal's spikes.
Yeah,
as
this
well.
is great. Really good.
Okay.
Really
Wow.
well done. I love that sequence.
hell.
Really, really nice sequence.
Mid lane is, again, brain broke it a little bit. It's just so adaptable.
Yeah, so adaptable. That's the skill of a mid laner.
It's everyone wants to be a mid laner, Charles.
So this is a beautiful sequence, beautiful transition period, shoving it all the way out. This is where we can take over the game now as an Azir, right? Maybe trying to get gold, a little bit more of a gold injection. I don't mind this, to be honest, because Alawi's still on the map as well. So you're not really desyncing tempo and pressure here. And Ezreal's still dead. We get 3 plates.
You think of brightness over?
No, my laptop's gonna die, Charles.
fucking
I'm saving battery.
Good.
So really great sequence. And so what I love about this, the X factor, I can already tell you why he's a high elo Azir.
Yep.
He didn't do any shuffles in. He
Yeah,
didn't-
this fighting is so good.
There's no Azir
His
sex.
fighting is fucking clean.
He's just
actually,
very
yeah.
poised, very patient, not doing anything
He actually
dumb.
used his ult to
peel.
Like, yeah, to peel and to like
Yes.
hold the enemy at
That's
at
the
bay.
mindset.
Yeah.
That's the mindset.
cool.
So this I really, really okay. I'm not going to say I really dislike. I'm not personally the biggest fan, but it's not terrible. We are strong. We are spiked. We
Yeah.
can team fight, and Alawi can split push bot. An alternative way to play this, just from a different macro perspective, is your 2 items. You're a god.
Yeah.
You can just start really pressuring bot like a madman.
I mean, if the enemy said
draw
5
pressure.
to Nash and like there's already one person dead, what I feel like, Curtis, if you were in this game, would you not TP on bot wave or something mental and start bashing that TP?
No, I
tower?
would never TP bot, but I would. I don't mind this. This is where it comes into interpretation. This is the complexity of Azir, right? Straight up, you can do so much. If your interpretation was, you know what, I want to place more split push pressure Azir, and I want to walk bot, and I want to be that pressure sponge, you could do that, and that could work. I'm on 2 items. You win fights. You can also just group on fights and win team fights and play around Baron. That also works because you shred Baron. You can get picks really well with your R. There's a lot you can do.
What rank can you play this champ? Like master? Like,
I mean,
is this the hardest champ in the whole game?
Yeah, it's the hardest champ in the game. It's the hardest mid lane champ in the game.
Because
Number one.
not only is it execution hard, but the reference points
Yes,
it doesn't fucking have any reference points apparently.
It's-
From
You
what
can
I've
team
seen.
fight, you can split,
You can ulti forward, you can ulti backwards.
Yeah, I mean that's why people love Azir. It's the complexity and the options you have.
The skill expression.
The skill expression is immense. And the art of Azir is understanding how the comps interact, what you should and shouldn't do.
Charles is having a heart attack.
making me-
watching,
it's making me nervous.
Making you nervous.
Usually I can understand league games really well. It's like the one thing I'm good at. And I'm looking
Yeah.
at this, I'm like, what am I watching?
Anna Tinas in the chat says this is why mid laners are the best players.
Yeah.
Anatinus. What have we seen
Got
of
that
Anatinus
right?
recently?
He's a mentor, I believe. Is he a mentor?
He is a mentor. Yes.
In the MLA,
he is a
MLA
mentor.
Academy? So Dragon's in a minute 40, right? So we need to have intentionality as a mid laner around all neutrals. So Beautiful already pinging that. You can tell he's hyper aware. We don't have TP, so we have time to shove this one out a little bit.
Love this.
I don't mind fixing this wave, but I would be I hate 1-3-1ing post Baron, so I want to see him stay here. I would rather him just
Probably it's good to get it out past past
get
neutral,
it out and then group.
and then group with the Hecarim.
Yeah. Here we go. All right, play's done.
So why do you
Beautiful.
not like 1-3-1ing with Baron Curtis?
Just in general, 1-3-1ing with Baron, you will give the enemy a lot of opportunities to engage and create man advantages.
Okay.
And ruin the flow of your Baron. Situationally, it's fine. If you're versing very low threat and high reload brackets, you can get away with it.
I think they are versing pretty low threat, right? Like an Udyrs have got to run
Yeah.
at them. They have a Thresh.
This is probably one of the outlier games.
Yeah,
But you just got to be a bit careful. Like shenanigans like this will happen.
Yep.
But we're in Azir. We have mobility. We're fine.
You can make a tower as well.
Yep. So this is why the pressure sponge and sideline is so good. You can just use your tower to draw pressure and you're hard to kill.
That's so cool.
So this is one of the most important skills of an Azir is tower usage with your passive.
What rank do you think you would be on Azir, Nathan?
I would be, my baseline skill is not, that low. So I would probably, but I would be on like a 20-30% win rate for my first 10 games, maybe in gold.
Okay.
Probably get up to platinum in about, up to 30 games, might be stuck there a little bit. And then, I'll just be there for the next 3 years.
Nathan, Curtis, did you agree with this?
Yeah, I think he would probably get to you'd be in
Emerald
gold
4.
for a bit.
I reckon Emerald 4 if I really focus.
You'd be in gold for a while,
Yeah.
I think. More than 20 games, for tell you that much.
Yeah.
And then you'd be in platinum for probably another 60 games.
All right, here we go. The Nathan Mott Azir challenge.
Emerald would be a very big stretch.
Okay.
It'd probably be platinum.
Bloody hell.
All right.
Do we need to watch the rest of this game?
No, I think this game's pretty signed, sealed, and delivered, honestly.
Nice. It's yeah.
All right,
It's like a horror movie.
I have an interesting one. I love the early game champs now.
Yeah.
Like Caitlyn and Violet.
Okay.
I think this is Cyberwaste, Lachlan?
Yeah, get me back to something I understand.
So we got a Caitlyn, 7 minutes in the game.
Curtis, coaching that champ must be so difficult, by the way.
I used to struggle with coaching it.
Yeah.
But
'Cause you don't even play Azir.
I used to play Azir. Yeah, I used to play a bit of Azir myself. But I also learned a lot because AJ, one of our other fellow coaches,
Yeah.
is a very good Azir player and spent a
Right.
lot of time with it. So I learnt from him.
That makes sense.
And so he really enlightened me with what the champ can do. So I'm actually quite good at coaching Azir now because of my experiences thanks to AJ.
So we got a silver to Caitlyn Jinx main here.
Yeah. So this is Lachlan, Cyberwaste, started in low bronze and is peaking high silver at the moment after joining BLA and getting some coaching. So doing very well. Very good mindset. Very good student of the game is Lachlan. So we've got a Caitlyn Braum. Not the best synergy in the world in terms of what they want to do in the lane, but Caitlyn is one of those champions where your reference points are so clear that you override what your support wants to do. That's what I tell people to do. Just do your thing. The Braum can help you in certain ways. This is another classic lane where it's like we want to take short trades, we want to poke and prod, play the War of Attrition, take their tower, hit plates, and the enemy team want to jump on our head and kill us. So it's classic short trade versus extended trade. And it looks like we're just winning the matchup right now, which is good. Enemy bot lane
What
just
rank is
fuck
this?
their tempo. Silver 2.
Okay.
Silver 2.
Is Caitlyn a common champion in silver?
Common, yes, it is. It's not necessarily the most recommended champion. It's okay. I've changed my opinion a little bit on Caitlyn. Violet actually likes Caitlyn quite a bit for learning the game.
So what's Violet's take on Caitlyn?
Violet's take on Caitlyn is, Caitlyn's just pretty decent for learning the game because it can do a lot of different things. It teaches you to win your laning phase. It scales quite well. Caitlyn does scale nowadays.
Yeah,
you know, Caitlyn has
definitely.
changed a little bit. She used to be a massive, just early game like demon champ, but now it's like you have the late game insurance. So she's just an archetypal AD carry,
Yep.
honestly.
It's all about positioning, playing off your spikes. So what we just saw there was Tristana go for the all-in. That's not what we want as a Caitlyn, right? That's the opposite of what we're the scenario we're trying to create.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate. It's a tricky situation to navigate because what actually just happened is Braum engaged the all-in,
Right.
and then Tristana jumped on our head. So what we needed to do as Caitlyn is take stock of what Braum has done, but still keep our range and value our life. Hold our E to disengage that Tristana jump. Don't let Tristana land the slow from her W. And then trap, run away, and make sure we're getting that Braum passive hit. So it's a lot about spacing. And it's honestly, when people verse Tristana specifically, Tristana's so effective in the low ranks because of her kill threat. You just need to kind of learn that matchup and know how to keep your distance.
So what skills do you typically work on with a silver Caitlyn?
Yeah, it's a lot of improvement by subtraction with a silver Caitlyn. You're going to be dying. We're going to be reviewing deaths.
Yep.
And we're going to be looking at just lane. A lot of lane, honestly. Not necessarily about juicing a lot out of your lane. In silver, you don't need to be stomping your lanes. It's more about removing mistakes.
It's not really about min-maxing trades and like leveraging your crazy range advantage per se. It's more about just good principles, right? Timing trades with last hits, getting waves out.
Yeah, and again,
Keeping
AD carry is
distance.
just not the same role as mid lane. You don't really have to trade that proactively, to be honest. Like, you just want to be, like, we want to work on wave management more than trading, actually, as a Caitlyn. Yeah, and avoiding ganks. Avoiding ganks is fucking big. One thing I do say about the range, Curtis, is like people need to change their mindset from like Caitlyn is a champion who wants to use her range to harass to I want to use my range to make sure I get every minion. Because you can never get zoned for a creep as Caitlyn because you have such high range.
Yeah, that's actually huge. And if you're gonna come into mid game with a farm advantage, that's just gonna pay dividends. Especially, dude, 3-item Kaylin is one of the scariest fucking things in the game.
Yep, absolutely.
Does that mean your mid game is shit? Like you're good early, good late, but your mid game you struggle?
You have a power trough, yes. Like Caitlyn right now in this item, the Hex Optics is not particularly strong.
I love Kaylin, by the way. I think Kaylin is a really good champion. I think it's just
great champ, yeah.
Great champion. Like the mid game, the traps around neutral objectives are so annoying to deal with.
Yeah, Caitlyn is hard to kill, it's hard to beat.
Very,
you can
very
just
hard to
stall
beat.
the game out. And also, obviously, you get some games where, like, if you get paired with a lane winning support bursting a hyper carry, you can just win the game in 15 minutes.
Kaylin, if I had to play AD carry like properly, I feel like Kaylin would be like a champ that I'd really want to learn. That would be like my champ that I'd really want to learn.
Do you recommend Caitlyn for all ranks?
I mean, Violet's opinion is, like generally all ranks. Like I would personally say my experience, like if you want results, Silver Plus.
Yep.
I recommend not
So it's not
playing her in
full
Iron and Bronze.
beginner,
No,
Iron Bronze.
if you're Iron Bronze, I think Jinx, Misfortune, Sivir are going to treat you better and Smolder. Caitlyn,
And that's
Silver
just
Plus.
is that because of the not reference points? That's just execution, like doing your strategy. Is it like just easier on those other champs?
Yeah, it's easier to deal damage.
Yeah.
Caitlyn's more actually one of the bigger things about Caitlyn is, which we'll get into as the game progresses, is she's actually a caster. Right. She's not just an auto attack Andy who can just sit there right clicking. Her damage, especially in the early to mid game, comes from her spells and her traps. And that's not as intuitive as like a Sivir who can just kind of mash the wave and deal damage.
Ooh, I really like the patience on the flash and everything. Like knew that Malzahar blew his load is not gonna kill him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is just a bit of a micro thing.
Yeah.
The way I would review this is you just need to get into details with the skirmish. I think it's a fine play to go for.
Yep.
You just need to get very granular with the
I
abilities.
think
He stuffed up our trap.
I think they autoed like the minion twice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then missed the trap on the CC on the Brawl ult, didn't queue.
Another thing with if an enemy stands on your Caitlyn trap and you have Q available, you want to Q then auto, not auto then Q. And this player just auto then Q and then
Yeah, these are great learnings. These are low hanging fruit, right?
good.
And this is why we review through the macro lens. Micro first, get into the details, then take a look at the macro.
Look at this bloody swap, mate. The Akali's gone bot out of base, Tristana's around mid. We're matching the swap out of base. Love this deploy and the comms around it. So very good.
a little
Good
bit
intensity.
similar already. The first thing we're seeing is just how big the execution.
Yep, silver execution.
We saw the silver Zyra because like the game, we're in different universes.
What I'm noticing is that you're seeing how the different skill sets of all the players. It's not just, I mean, obviously there is the theme of like in silver we see gold, execution errors a lot, but like we saw before with two different Master Tier players of a similar rank.
Yeah.
Night and day. Like the Ambessa was so good at like trading in early lane and dominating that Azir was like playing mid game flawlessly.
Yeah, good. Yeah, exactly
Beautiful
right.
mid game. You just
Yeah.
see like the different ways you can climb the ladder. But
Yep.
depends what skills you want to all in on.
Also, different champions teach you different things.
Yes.
Ambessa's an early trading champion, so that player's good at that. Azir's a mid-game champion, so
And
he's
that's
good
the
at that.
beauty of League. Like
Yeah.
that's why like people get so tripped up when like they win one game and lose. They try to judge a player by one game.
Yeah.
One game's not going to tell you anything
No.
about if you're better than that person or not, because everyone has just a different skill set.
All right, so at this point in the game, we've got Dragon coming up in a minute 20. I personally don't care about Rift Shower very much. I would just be thinking about that Drake, and I want to be in a position to either fight or not fight it. Just got to make a conscious decision about this next Dragon.
This Karthus is level 12. I think he's 6-0. This is terrifying for a silver game.
Yeah, he's 3 levels up on the Gwen.
Yeah, that's nightmare fuel.
Bit
That is-
scary.
when I see my jungler 3 levels down, it's not looking good.
Okay, we can maybe ult the Karthus here. Good. Nice.
So what would you be thinking as a Caitlyn? So if you're coaching this, sorry.
Yeah.
You're 1-3, 110 CS by 15 minutes. Is this more like, are we even really, we're not really getting too deep in the mid game, are we?
I would review the mid game, yeah. I
We'd
would.
review some fights, but the learnings are mainly going to be lane, right?
Yeah, we actually missed the first massive part of lane, right? But I think that, yes, there is certainly a lot to fix in terms of the matchup understanding and just removing those deaths. There's a very big difference coming into mid game, not dying 3 times. So, yes, that needs to be shored up for sure.
Because I feel like on these champions like Caitlyn, Jinx, and shit, like you just got to nail down that first 8 minutes.
Yep, 100%.
Holy shit, Tristana.
Okay, I like that we've cancelled our base and running at this fight. Generally speaking, in Silver, you just want to make yourself available for fights in mid-game.
What do you think about this trap usage?
Yeah, what I would have preferred this player to do is actually net forward in that situation.
Interesting.
And
And get ahead of them.
Yeah, net forward, get ahead of him. Ideally trap in front, if possible. Even flash forward. That Karthus kill is fucking important to get, by the way. That guy's worth 1,000 gold, so just blow your load to get that kill. The base is fine. Assume this dragon's free. Take a recall, pretty good.
But we're in Silver, right? This is going to likely turn into a piss banger.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I would keep reviewing the game.
Yeah.
It's because shit like this happens,
Yep.
right? And Caitlyn's a scaling champ in the mid game as well. We can definitely still win.
Yep.
So what I would be personally thinking about now is fantastic. Dragon's been taken. I don't have to do shit all. I'm just going to farm to my Infinity Edge. Very, very simple. Just try and remove volatility until the Infinity Edge is back up and just react to what my team is doing.
So, Curtis, expanding on what you were saying before, cool comment from Derpia in the YouTube chat says, as an Emerald player, it's interesting seeing the differences hopping between the ranks, puts my level of play into perspective.
Good.
Yeah. I mean, even for us as coaches, I mean, we do this all the time, but it is always cool to see the differences between the ranks. And this is why losers queue and the whole like not viewing League as a meritocracy is just such an embarrassing take.
So ridiculous to us.
It's such a ridiculous take.
Yes.
When you actually watch a lot of League of Legends, it just becomes so apparent very, very, very quickly.
Yeah, you just see it with your eyeballs.
You see it with your eyeballs. Exactly
It's
right.
the eye test. So, and also, by the way, this is why I really like the bootcamp so much, because there's no cherry pick games.
Peels everything back.
Yeah, this is what is happening on the Rift on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah. Exactly right. It will show the average game. There's no hiding it.
Yep, the quality of decisions and the quality of execution. Okay, so some really cool plays by this Akali, by the way. Akali's been doing a really good job of just
Akali been
shoving and
popping.
moving. Yeah, I like this by Caitlyn. Got decent vision on bot side, so we can hit this tower a bunch. Lulu's dead. Karthus also not exactly the highest threat champion in the game. It's just killing you on a wave, so you can be a bit greedy. Still want that Infinity Edge. It's 1325, I want to say.
Would you base here?
Your jungle's making him play top, so no, because we're not sinking pressure with that
Not
team.
sinking pressure, right?
Ideally, what you're doing as a team, right, is you're basing when your team are not pressuring, and you're pressuring when your team is pressuring. So if Gwen is being able to play top, what's going to happen is the enemy are going to be drawn to that, right? The Karthus is going to run there. There's going to be fighting. So it's your job to stop the enemy bot lane from being able to move to that play, and also leverage the fact that Karthus can't come kill you to go pressure. Akali is doing a really good job of that. She's using the fact that there was a big fight top to pressure her side lane. She's killed Malzahar in isolation, and now he's hitting the tower. So yeah, is that the biggest thing in the world for Silver? No, it's not that big. It's worth mentioning. Like, I would probably say like something around recalling around item spikes is probably more important in Silver than recalling around pressure, Curtis. Like, just don't base until you've got bloody Infinity Edge, and that would be the main
I do like the technique sometimes of his coaches like planting in seeds. It's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
You don't
mention something in passing.
You mention it, and it's like we're not going to overemphasize it, but you know,
Yeah,
they might one day find an opportunity where they might be able to make sense of it.
exactly.
This is huge. Oh,
we got the money.
Is that the bounty?
net, trap, auto, flash up.
Oi, crit. That crit.
Wow. Okay.
That's huge.
To be honest, fairly decent micro. Honestly, I don't hate it. I like the fact that we walked towards block the Brawn passive. We netted the Tristana. The thing that was missing from that fight was trap usage. We simply didn't place the trap.
I think we wasted flash as well, right? Don't you think?
Yeah, what you either do is you flash early out of the
die.
Karthus, or you just don't flash, right? But yeah, the cool thing with Caitlyn, by the way, especially in the lower ranks, is like your traps don't have to be good or perfect. You just need to place them. And Caitlyn actually can trap between autos with no like effect on her DPS.
Oh, wow. I didn't know
so
that.
you lose auto trap, just place them on the ground. Who gives a fuck? The enemy's going to run into them, and then you have used that ability. But he had 4 traps and didn't use any.
Wow.
Mental stack like overwhelmed or something?
Yeah, Caitlyn play. I mean, AD carries struggle to do anything but auto in general.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, that is a very...
they're trying to survive as
It's
well,
trying to survive.
right?
Everyone's trying to kill you. You have full glass cannon.
And like I said, I didn't mind the execution in that fight.
Yeah.
That was fine. Just keep the game
So now we
going.
got IE. Obviously, nice little spike for us. Not 3 items, but still quite good.
Yeah, Dragons up in a minute 10. So what we need to be doing is getting to the area early and placing traps. So I would be dissuading my team from placing vision on top side and trying to get the game going bot side. Keeping in mind, it is silver. It's not going to be perfect, but we can try and get our team on the bot side of the map. Get in the river early, place traps in the entrances. That is your identity in the mid game.
Yeah, I think that's one of the most obnoxious things about Kaylin, you know, when she gets to those fights early. So really, is that something you talk a lot about?
100%, yes. You need to be aware of the neutrals and you need to get to the neutrals before they spawn. Kind of like a control mage.
Beautiful. So 45 seconds.
Yeah, so what I would be doing in this situation is catching the mid wave deep. You want to catch the next mid wave as fast as possible, really far up, push it in.
Nice.
And also right now, by the way, we need to adapt to the chaos. Like there's a fight happening topside. I do want to orient myself around this Akali though. If we're thinking about our reference points, we have a level 15 Akali with no ulti Curtis. So I think that overrides our reference points as a champion because like one of the most important like things to think about in mid game is just playing around your Fed members, right? It's actually an LP hack, to use that word. Like if you play around your level 15 Akali and her ulti CD, the game's going to be a lot easier.
Hundreds of LP.
Yeah, probably a little bit above the pay grade, right? Of a silver.
Yeah, you don't have to go with the ult, but just be with the Akali.
Yeah, just be with the
That's
Akali.
reasonable. Yes. Look what he's doing. He's at the dragon before his spawns blazing flat. Look at this. Love to see it.
Are they trading? They might be. Are they trading?
I think
they're not.
Karthus was just ulting for the bot solo kill.
Okay,
This is
great.
fantastic.
Really good.
Yeah, you don't have to get super like crazy with the macro. Just
keep
arrive
it
at the
simple.
dragon, place the traps, hit the game objective. Fantastic.
Look at that.
Don't base. Go back to catch mid first. Actually, no, I don't mind basing. Whatever.
Stay healthy.
Yeah, half HP. I
fine.
mean, he could pot up, but it's fine. Whatever. Base. Wouldn't get crazy.
Really good.
with this. Yep.
Game is stalling out. Getting to our third item. Approaching it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing many crazy mid-game errors. Like, he's not running around like a loon. He's not, like, trying to fight people randomly. It's pretty stock standard play. It's good stuff.
Yep. Getting to neutrals early. Placing those traps.
Missing every minion under tower, though. Okay, so enemy bot lane probably needs a base. We can sniff this next mid wave, but protect ourselves. Again, we're versing a very low threat comp, Curtis. Like, they have a Lulu and a Karthus, so it's not like we're getting Nautilus hooked on mid waves.
True.
But like this, yeah, just chill. If your support goes to base, this kind of play here, this is a game-winning wave that Lachlan has just done. It looks like nothing's just happened, guys, but the fact that he's sat back and not contested that wave is game-winning. Because now, look, he's ready to receive the next play when his team is ready. Unfortunately, Braun whiffed Q. This is good. The team is rotating. Just fucking hit. Look at that trap. Oh, I hate that net, by the way.
Oh, no.
This is a big problem with Caitlyn players. I think she's still dead, but a big problem with Caitlyn players is they net too early and they put themselves out of range to hit. It's actually really common.
Is it?
Yeah, 100%, dude.
Wow.
The principle is you net to execute or you net to dodge a spell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, place the trap on TK. Oh, he didn't net to dodge. Run. He's kiting to his team, which is awesome. Notice how he didn't kite to his Nexus and he kited to his team.
Cool.
Nice.
Pretty high level fucking fighting, honestly. A lot of silver players view their Nexus as like safety.
Yeah, I never thought about that. That's
do,
so true
but
because you build that muscle memory to always click back. It's like Lilia players as well. I see all the time where they have this constant habit of like clicking backwards in fights where they should be clicking forwards in these fights because there's no threat on you.
All right, Baron.
Baron intensity is lacking in the lower elo brackets. Is something we see a lot of.
Yep.
If you're winning a team fight, guys, post 20 minutes, you need to be thinking, or at least somewhat allocating attention to can we Baron? Can we Baron? Can we Baron?
Yep, agreed.
Right,
Especially when you come with jungler, the fed jungler.
Yes. It needs to be crossing your mind, guys.
Okay, got a bit of money though.
I mean, game's looking great now, right? Game's looking pretty good. The Kylie's rock and rolling. Gwen's coming
Logi's
online.
He's going to win this game. 100%.
Caitlyn's approaching 3 items. I mean, I think they're the enemy comp is just lacks agency. Doesn't do anything.
It does lack agency. There is the threat of the hyper carry plus Tristana if the game goes ultra late. So I'll be interested to see what happens there. But
A little bit of a lack of awareness there.
no
of the
awareness of
Akali.
Akali. Could have clicked forwards for sure. Can probably still ulti. Nah, this won't kill. There's no point doing that. Maybe you should up Jace for a shot blast. Yeah, there you go.
Baron.
There's two bot and we have
Come
3
on.
dead.
Okay,
Hey!
good. There we go. Baron set up the traps. Trap it up.
What is he doing? Oh, he's getting the red buff.
Trap it up.
Oh my god, pick it up.
Oh,
End of review.
And
Yeah, so for this Nash, what I like to do is one trap in the bush, and then you actually trap closer to the objective. But look what he's doing there, just putting them on the ground randomly. I kind of love that too. I don't care.
Slamming him.
Just slam him. Look, and he walked into it
Yeah,
as
they
well.
just
It's
walk
reality,
into it, don't
dude.
they? Yeah.
Welcome to solo queue. All right, probably need to hit the objective a bit though.
oh god.
Yeah, this just became a massive.
Oh, god.
Welcome to solo queue. So you see what I was saying there, Curtis? How the traps need to be closer to the Baron. That's why.
I just feel like they just completely overcomplicated that. That was-
Just go hit the objective.
Just hit the Baron.
Yeah.
Put your traps down, hit the Baron, and
let
stand
them
away. Like
Stand on the left.
Stand on
towards
the
top
left,
lane.
yes.
Yes, kite up. Don't go into them.
they just jam themselves in the worst possible way. And they just
Jesus
lost
Christ.
Baron. Oh,
This is why, Curtis, no one starts Baron.
Baron,
in
yeah,
Silver.
that
just seen it.
because that, if anything, that was the easiest possible Baron you could ever do, and they still managed to stuff it up.
Oh
So
my
that's
goodness.
why low elo players
Yeah,
they're
hate
scarred,
Baron.
they're traumatized.
They are traumatized from Nash, yes.
Yeah,
Because that game was just over, but then they ruined the game
fuck
with Baron.
me dead.
That's awesome.
yeah. If you have a massive man advantage on a Baron, you just hit the Baron and let them come into you.
Yes, correct.
That's just a good principle.
Yeah.
A lot people love playing for kills. They
People
just
don't
play for
view
red.
Baron as it's a magnet, guys. It's
a magnet.
Yeah,
a fucking
it's
magnet.
magnetized.
Use
Let
the
them come in
magnet.
Make them come into
Make
you.
them come into you.
Think
You
about
got-
it, because if they don't, you just
They
get
were
the Baron.
they were running into the Karthus.
Yeah, they were, yeah. And the TK.
What the fuck?
That's awesome. I love this.
Yeah, so
Whoa.
it's just a simple principle to apply, right? When you're starting an objective, let them come into you. And now this fight does not suit Caitlyn's identity because we're
Here we
running
go.
into the enemy
Okay.
again. But we are placing a lot of traps on
This
the
is
ground.
good.
Yeah, just play it slow. Probably a lost fight, so just bail out. Yeah, good. Good flash. It's fine. Kill Triss.
Trists.
Yeah, not bad. Decent micro that fight. A little bit too close for comfort, but
It's so sad if we're going to lose the game.
I
off
know. That was looking so good. I don't think they're going to lose. I think
No.
that it's just
Carver's
it's a piss banger now.
16 and 2. Jeez.
that
the
champ's
ga-
hard to play though.
No, the game went from a relatively clean win to now a piss banger.
Yeah.
yeah, it's going to bang this game,
Yeah,
100%.
this is going to be a 35-minute piss bang.
Yeah.
Because
Do you
what
want-
would have happened if they got that Baron?
Yeah.
They would have turned it into a dragon. They would have done a siege. They probably would have all the outer towers, and
Yep.
then it'll get so far ahead they'll win the next team fight, win the game.
right.
But now we lost the dragon, we
have
lost
no
the
map
Baron.
pressure.
We've lost all our T2s as well,
Yeah.
except for bot lane. So
I mean, and you know, both teams now have 2 dragons, so we're gonna have to wait another 2 dragons to win the game.
something I noticed as well, by the way, is Lachlan's not doing a very good job at priming his mental stack against who's fed on the enemy team, because everyone is weak on the enemy team except for Karthus, and Karthus is the one that he ran into at the Baron. So he could have also solved that problem from like a threat assessment standpoint. Do we want to keep watching this game? It's probably going to be a bit repetitive, I think, from this point.
I'm looking through to see if there's some other options here.
Yeah. We'll probably do one more, I think.
Yeah, do one more.
Do you want to go do a jungle game? We've only done one jungle game. Do you want to see a jungle? My laptop's died, by the way. So
You can't read. What does that mean?
I can't do anything.
We've been Tom Kenched. All right.
Okay.
I can go on my phone and
No,
look
we'll
at
just
people's
we'll
ranks.
just scroll. It's
No,
not-
I'm looking now.
the Hecarim is in game.
Okay.
Sesura.
I like reviewing Hecarim.
12 minutes in the game.
Okay.
Done. Let's watch.
Yep.
Yeah, we can look at
I
the mid
enjoy
game.
mid-game Hecrims. Okay, we're 2-0-3. This can be a quick how to close out the game.
Is this
No,
Hecarim?
this is
Oh,
Shyvana.
Shyvana.
This is Shyvana.
Let me quickly look at the rank of this one.
So Shyvana is on Triforce here. The game looks pretty over. I mean, they have a 7-1 bot.
Let's evacuate.
No, I mean, we can.
I mean, is there any other junglers playing? Junglers finish their games fast. No one's playing here.
Yeah, there's probably not much one for this one.
There's a Jax in laning phase. Oh,
That's a
reviewing.
review.
Sorry.
These are our Kayle players here.
Okay.
LG, we looked at LG's.
Who's this? Let's watch this one.
Miklos. Coach Vokdrix is going to be
Jump
coaching him.
around. Are we in lane? Oh my god, we're deep in the mid game. Never mind.
I like seeing Garen though.
Yeah. Maybe we may need another support. Or
There's a
mid.
support
Well, the
game.
support's the
Oh,
Zyra.
it's the Zyra.
It's just the
No,
Zyra
they're,
player.
they're in champ select, but I don't really want to watch another Zyra game, honestly.
Do we just go back to the Kaylin?
I think just go back to the Shiva.
Wait, the Irelia's in lane, maybe?
The Irelia's in lane.
I like the Irelia player.
Isn't Artemis the Yasuo?
Oh, should we go back to the Irelia? Or is this
Can.
game also a bit doomed? I don't know what Irelia being 1 and 2 means. You
Yeah.
said Irelia needs to win lane, right?
We can get into that. Let's take a look. Let's look at Captain Danger.
Okay. Friend of the show.
Friend of the show. All right. So we got a Vel'Koz. I mean, amazing matchup.
Oh, yeah.
For us.
Unplayable for Vel'Koz, no?
Yeah, especially later on in the game. I mean, post
When do you one-shot casters with your Q? Do you know that?
Bork.
Only at Bork?
Yeah, from my understanding.
Okay. Because what I see a lot of good Irelia players do is they like fake their body language like they're
Yeah.
not going to go in and then they double dash go forward,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Yeah, so it used to be when I was coaching a lot of Irelia, it
Yeah.
used to be Bork.
Okay.
I don't know if they've changed it. So yeah, look, this is really good, right? We've got this is what we do. We're healthy. This is uptime. This is what we call uptime, right? So usually late lane, you want to start playing for Prior. I don't mind holding the wave here for now. Post Bork, usually you actually want to just shove a lot, kind of like you would on Yasuo. But I like this. This is beautiful. I would like to see. So we've got the low minions here.
Kill him. Kill him.
There we go.
Fucking kill him.
Got a flash.
I like that. It's fine. You burn ice for flash. Burn R for flash. Beautiful. We can punish that later.
I love that we just saw like Talon just get absolutely disintegrated by Vel'Koz. Have you guys noticed all the VODs we watched? Vel'Koz isn't getting a lot of
Yeah,
kills.
they do.
They're just
People
killing people.
don't like versing Vel'Koz.
Do they not?
Really
No,
annoying.
It's
yeah.
a very annoying champ for people.
Really?
It's the damage, high damage.
Yeah.
It's very annoying to die to a Valkyrie's ult. Like it's just zapping you and it like follows
Yeah.
you. It's really
Slows you.
It's not fun.
I've noticed what this player is doing a lot. Same in the first time we watched them. Is they're doing Q, E1, E2 instead of E1, Q, E2. They're always doing that very telegraphed E.
Yeah, I mean, look, we are in a better condition this scenario. We've got good farm, waves are in good positions, we've burnt the flash. Game's looking good. Like, I'd be pretty comfortable here as an Irelia.
Yep.
Looking much better. So Irelia is very much a hardcore one item. You know, you really need that Bork. It's a really, really important spike.
How much gold do we need? We need recurve bow
What was that?
as well as a vamp.
Another, what, 1,500 or something? 1,300?
I don't know what the upgrade cost is from exactly
see.
these items. It's going to be like
Popping these waves.
15
I
or
mean,
16.
there's a bit of downtime, right? There's not really much going on. There's no neutral objectives.
A lot of crystals on that tower. Or we're not hitting
Okay,
the
have
crystal.
got Bork.
Nice. 1275.
Yep, get that
There-
reset.
There we go.
So post-Bork, this is when Irelia really wants to start doing things. So there is a few.
And Vel'Koz has no flash as well. It should be
Vel'Koz have
terrifying for
flash.
Vel'Koz.
There should be solid kills going on. Yeah. So the interesting thing, a lot of people struggle with this on champs like Irelia and Vel'Koz. Irelia and Yasuo is that you're wrestling with the fact that you would love to hold the wave on your side to like, you know, set up a solo kill. But at the same time, you need to start getting active and having priority. You know what I mean? You don't really want to be freezing waves at 11 minutes in the game. So really what I want to see from this Irelia, see, look at that. Boom, one shot's the back line, right? I mean, rushing on the E again, but you should be able to kill him anyway. Look at that, clean solo kill. Just fucked up execution though. Should have been a clean solo kill. So what he needs to do there, you just Q onto them. You auto, E1, hold, E2. He's rushing his E. The Vel'Koz has no flash. We should not be missing our E. Really that simple.
I mean, this is the exact same as the first VOD. Wasn't he 0-3 or 1-3 in the early lane
Yeah.
as well? We ended that really
Exactly
early.
right. So he's got execution problems. His execution on these all-ins need a lot of work. And then you cannot be fucking up these all-ins post-Bork. Like, that's unacceptable, right? Lucas is going to be strangling him soon. Like, I'm going to be, if I look over into his room right now, we're going to be smashing his desk.
Oh, no. So let's end the review curves. We're moving on.
I mean, if there is another one, but I'm happy to look over this a bit further. He will still win. That's the thing with Irelia. You will still win the
Okay.
1v1.
Yeah.
You've got Bork, right? You can't lose.
But we're really going to focus on this execution.
I mean, yeah,
in the
this
lane
guy
phase.
we've seen now in both of his VODs, he needs to work on his execution, his ability usage in all ins.
It's interesting. This guy's a 56% win rate on Irelia. It's Platinum 4.
Yeah, so what that says, right, is he's doing good things in mid game. He's probably
Yeah,
getting to
okay.
items. I mean, it could be the Lucas special, right? Die like 7 times and then just get to 2 items. And
Yeah.
fight your way through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that is the Irelia way, no? Like,
Well, it's not meant to be, but people find. I mean,
that's reality. Though.
yeah. So now we got Bork. We one shot the back line, so really clean. So what I want to see here, yeah, beautiful deep vision on Raptors, and the way Irelia actually wins is you actually, you win fights around neutrals. You're really, really strong with R, with flash, like.
Oh my god.
Still rushing the E's again, but better.
Probably don't need to flash to get this kill, right?
Probably.
But pretty cool.
I don't mind sending it. We get a big bounty. We guarantee the dragon. We get plates. I think it's a really good guaranteed kill here.
Well, the mindset of the Irelia player here is good, right? It's really trying to punish.
We are on a
Valkyrie's no
reference
flash.
point. Valkyrie's and no flash. It's go time. That is aligned. So now the problem is that we've blown our load, right? We have no R, no flash. So we got to be a little bit mindful of that. Here we go. Get dragon. Ping back. Great. I like how we ping him back here. We have no R, no flash. We can't really do jack shit there. See you later. Beautiful. Irelia has some very unique reference points in mid-game. Like, you are fundamentally a fighter. A lot of people over split push on Irelia, I would say. More often than not, you kind of want to group a lot on neutrals and win team fights.
Sort of the Azir thing as well, would you say? Is that it's a bit messy? Like, you can split, but you can also group?
Yes. I mean, that's the complexity with a lot of these sorts of champions. I would say Azir is obviously at another level. But, yeah, I just see this mistake with a lot of Yasuo, Irelia, Gone players. They just tend to over side lane. So what I'd be looking for in this mid game is centering around neutrals. And I'm going to be looking at execution. Execution of fights as well is another big one.
I love execution and fighting.
Yeah, I mean, you're playing a fighter, right? You're not playing a utility-based mage or anything like that. We are full damage, balls to the wall.
Do you like this swap into the side versus the duo lane? Are you fine with this?
Yeah, I like this. Irelia is actually quite good into a lot of duo lanes post-walk, so I think it's good. The only annoying thing about it is that we're not going to be available for Rift, so we have to make a choice. Are we going to trade that off and ping assistance bot and dive bot or look for, with Talon? Or do we want to play topside on that Rift? Again, personal preference. I think both are reasonable. I personally, though, given that we don't have flash, probably would say bot makes a little bit more sense.
Okay.
Is this a real skin? Is that Baguettes?
Yeah, I haven't seen this skin before.
That is mental.
Yeah.
Doesn't even look.
Kill.
Yeah, that's a kill. That was a kill. Yeah.
Why did he double Q before ulting?
No, it's actually fine. That's actually something you do on.
Oh, your Q cooldown's fucking low.
Yeah,
Damn.
so post Bork, you can actually just Q on people.
Cool.
It's actually a really big learning for a lot of people.
Nice W on the Syndra ult too.
But nice. That's what I want to see. Punish, boom, kill.
Nice.
And this is great, right? Post Bork, we're getting active. We're doing things. We're jumping on, just fucking jump on people.
Yeah, why are people walking in range of the Irelia though?
People, like I said, Charles, at the start, people are terrible at versing Irelia.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Mental
It's
blocks.
platinum.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Come on, Valkos. Let's
There's a
step it
lot
up.
of
Play
mental
your range. It's
blocks.
such a long range champ.
Yeah.
Just don't be in range of the Irelia.
Well, they get bamboozled by the dashes, Charles.
Yeah,
they're
that's
not,
right.
Because remember, they're not thinking
Bamboozled by the dashes.
They're not thinking about where Irelia can dash. They're not thinking about the minions. Like the minions are the slingshots, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, whenever there's a minion wave near champions like Yasuo and Irelia, you have to assume that they can just be whenever they want.
All right, so he's basically trying to trade his life for a plate, I guess. I mean,
this is such an Aurelia thing, honestly.
Yep, it's the Irelia special.
Coach Lucas probably told him to do this.
Yeah. I mean,
we-
it's not that bad of a
It's not
death,
the end of the
right?
world. We got
But
the wave.
it's probably unnecessary.
Very,
though.
very unnecessary.
I just think it just makes you, like, the mindset that you have going into a play like this, I think it just poisons you a little
Yeah,
bit.
poison. It is a bit
Yeah,
of
you
poison.
mean it ruins you as a player?
Yeah, because you kind of just have the.
I mean, we're just desyncing pressure. Our team got the rift. There was no reason for us to do that. We need to back up, spend our gold, get back on the map with our team, right?
It's like, do you want to be the kind of player that does that? Like long-term, high level?
Well, he just typed in the chat, nice job getting riff. So I think he's happy.
Yeah,
with
that's what I'm
something
saying.
like that. Yeah.
I just think this can lead you down a really dark
It
rabbit hole.
can. It can be hard learning other champs and stuff.
Yeah, it's just a very strange view of the game. But I don't know. Maybe it's an Aurelia thing.
Yeah, I think a lot of Irelia players are just addicted to getting to their items, and as long as they die, like they get the farm and everything, they're kind of not. They don't feel as punished for it.
It is interesting.
So this is good. So see how Irelia is already communicating intent around that neutral well in advance. Look at that. Really, really good comms.
Yep, good ping.
So there's a reason why this person is got a 56% win rate with this champ, right? So it's not lane, I can tell you that much. So it's definitely mid game. So they're centering around that dragon. They know they're going to be strong as hell for that dragon, and that's what they got to. That's what they got to be there for.
This is all up to the Irelia to carry this game. This is it. This is the 13 with 13 kills
Well, yeah, in this
It's a
situation,
9.
instead of shoving and moving and covering mid or something, we elected to just
Why?
split
Yeah, this is good. I like this.
push. Nice.
This is great.
T2 towers are juicy.
The reason I like this is that you
Kill. Ulti, kill.
Oh, I like
the
his
tower,
ignoring.
yeah.
That's awesome. I
Yeah.
love that ignoring hitting the tower.
Kill him.
well, nice.
Wow.
Oh my God,
These
that
E's
is
really
grotesque.
need work.
Yeah.
No way you missed this
Yeah.
kill.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you missed one before, Charles.
Yeah.
The
really?
missing of the E. Yeah. So he's rushing E's. He needs to learn an in-game learning objective, actually.
Yeah.
About holding his E. E1,
Holding E.
hold, and then E2. But this is a great play, right? Gets bot tier 2. We're dragon up in 15 seconds. Velko's dead. We need to be doing that dragon.
Dude, it's again people defending towers. Like, fuck. Like, that Velko is just literally running bots to defend the T2 versus an Irelia. Just let the tower die. He just died for no reason.
So you can tell this guy's mid game is significantly better than his lane, right? Really,
Really good, yeah.
Really good mid game so far.
Hit the E on the dragon. Which is good.
Yeah, really good.
I like how he just starts it, so then he forces his jungler.
Yes,
It's like,
I
don't
love
go
that.
take those Krugs. I'm doing dragon.
Nice.
I want my tempo.
Yeah, taking
He
control of the
definitely
game.
knows what he wants. He's taking control of this mid game.
Yep.
Very good. A lot of clarity.
Okay.
All right, so now we can swap the lane assignments. I'd be pinging Brand bot. I want to go topside. Baron is the next neutral.
Cool.
And this is where we can take over the game as Irelia. We are a raid boss here now, right?
Hullbreaker. Is Hullbreaker normal?
You do see it. I don't know if I fully agree with it this game, but it is a viable build path.
Okay.
Okay, I love the open up mid because Brand's there.
Brand's
Yeah.
already top. Yep. Open lane. I mean, Hui's going mid as well.
Yeah.
But
Either
yeah,
top
you-
or mid, whatever.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing because look at all the combat top. I
Yes,
feel like a lot
action.
of people would run bot lane here, but you actually always want to
Yes,
be a part
you're
of the
strong.
fight.
This is what we talk
This is
about.
fantastic.
It's what we talk about a lot in Midland Academy. When you're strong, you just group. Here we go.
This is what that Wukong wasn't doing.
That's right.
Earlier.
Yeah.
Just see hero.
See
kill
action,
Hero.
you get involved.
Go dash around.
We have R.
Okay, he failed his Q reset, missed his E.
Here we go. Probably could have R'd earlier, to be honest, but we should be able to get the kill anyway.
Oh my god, Q.
Nice. I mean,
There's a
honestly,
minion wave coming. He could have killed the next person using the next wave. Dash.
but the principles are really good. That's what I care the most about. There is just we have R. We're fighting with our team. We're really strong. Nice.
Click your buttons. Yeah, the execution is so hard on this champ.
Yeah, it's a very hard execution, champ.
What rank would Nathan be on Irelia? I like doing that thought exercise.
It'll be very similar to
Yeah, it'd be
this
similar to
year.
this, yeah.
Okay.
Stuck in platinum.
But good. I like this whole sequence. I have
Nice.
not really many issues with it. Obviously, execution, different ball game. We need to work on his fighting and ability usage.
So how much of the Irelia journey, Curtis, is ability usage and just playing fights? Like the difference between like this player in platinum and like let's say a low diamond, high emerald player. Is
Okay.
it largely that or?
So you'd be surprised at how you can really simplify Irelia execution. Okay, the kit is actually you can isolate elements.
Okay.
What does a high value W look like and a low value W? What are the principles of landing E? There's actually some really clear principles that you can follow that will make it really easy, to be honest, to land your E. Your R is not hard to land. And your Q, again, once you get Bork, one shot's casted. So the kit in isolate, the abilities are actually not difficult to use. It's more about the mindset around the abilities. So yes, the skill cap is astronomical, but you can actually you can get to diamond with Irelia with pretty average mechanics. And it sounds wild. You would never think that. But if you understand what you're trying to achieve, you understand uptime, downtime, you really dial in your early lane, and you have these reference ones like this guy's doing, sending around neutrals, you will win. You can, and I know this because I've got many people to diamond. DZ Dios was a long-term mentor in the Midland Academy. He has a kid, wife, couldn't really play that much, bit of an unk, and he got to diamond with Irelia.
Awesome.
You know, and here's a great example. Not mechanically gifted, you know.
Not playing 15 games a day.
No, he's definitely not the mechanical prodigy, and he got to diamond with Irelia.
Yeah.
You know, and that expanded my mind. So it is a champ that you can kind of structure.
Nice. Is there a wave coming? I was looking at the map to see if there's a wave coming to dash to.
So one thing I like about this guy's mid game, there's room for improvement, obviously, but like he is putting his body around the fights,
Yes, I agree with
which
that,
is very, very good to see.
Yep. Yeah, I always say with this kind of thing, like you don't want to let the perfect be the enemy of the good when it comes to
Yes.
grouping for fights.
Exactly right.
Put your body in the area.
So yeah, I don't think Baron's going to be the next neutral this stage. I'm just going to start pivoting. We saw in the Wukong game, pivoting to dragons instead of the Baron here. So now I'm starting to think, okay, so already he's noticed. Look at these pings, guys. communicating that intent in advance about the dragons. We will have R available for that, and we will have Flash, and we will have Ignite. So we're going to be very, very, very strong for that dragon.
Yep. Yeah, I like that this player is not getting super antsy around like always needing to be hitting minions either. Very comfortable just doing nothing. See that timer just there? A lot of people just recall for top wave or like go run bot and push away, but he just hung around mid and now he was able to make a play. So very comfortable just not side laning, I would say.
Yeah. Bit of an odd, I don't know. Yeah, it's fine, I guess. It's fine.
Flash was a bit weird.
The flash is a bit weird. I don't know if I fully agree with Flash with the kill, just purely off the timing of the dragon, but
It might turn into a Nash.
might be able to turn into a Nash. Got to be careful. Don't have R for 20 seconds.
Boy, I hate when I see people blow their abilities on the Baron as well. No E.
Oi! Yeah, I mean, a reference point for Irelia. No R. It's going to be tough.
Oh, God. The Hui is doing some serious damage, though.
He's doing a lot of work.
Stun him! Stun him! He's not
His E's need work.
I think it's like he's not confident with his E's anymore.
Yeah,
That was
He's
a
missed
Velcro
too many.
standing still, like beaming forward. It just fucking stunned the Velcro.
I mean, his
saved your
E's
team.
is going to be a massive thing, right? Luca's going to, really go deep on E usage. E usage is such an important part of Irelia.
Yeah. It's like when I miss a bunch of Jarvan EQs, I just like overhold it because I like
Yeah,
lost
in your head.
confidence.
Yeah. But look, they should theoretically still be able to contest Dragon here.
Very positive in the chat says, nice job. I played terribly, team.
He's a really
Y'all
good guy,
killing
by
it."
the way. Captain Danger. He's a legend.
Captain Danger.
He's an awesome dude.
Shout out to Captain Danger.
He's a really good dude. Really great guy. Yeah, look, we will have our R. We have got 3 items. And then this is when you're like maximally strong. You will start to fall off. Irelia does not like scale that well into the late game. You're more of a mid-game champion. So you're maximally strong on like 3 items.
Yeah, this is full build.
This is like
basically.
full build, right? Like you don't really want to drag the game out much longer than this.
Do you ever switch out to blue trinket? Do you care about the trinkets much? Like,
Yeah, I do mention it in passing. I'll mention in mid-game, swap to blue trinket, makes your life a little bit easier. I don't like seeing yellow trinket usually in mid-game. I think it's hard to use effectively. Red trinket or blue, general principle. So we've just got to wait for our team.
Yep.
He's good at doing that, by the way. He's done that a few times where he's not overcomplicating the mid-game by dashing in 24/7.
That's true. Other than that one death under the bot T2, he's actually not dying in isolation.
Yep.
He's just dying in fights.
Yes.
And that's fine. Usually dying in fights just means you can
It's
just
quite
review
forgiving.
the fights. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a really classic Irelia game, actually, by the way.
Interesting.
Like the way it's planning out, it's like it's a bit of a sloppy early lane, but they are grouping on neutrals. They're being there for fights. They've got high deaths. It's a very, very common Irelia phenomenon. Yeah, I feel like Irelia players, from my experience, fall into 2 categories. They either get ahead early game and snowball and just completely like run over the game, or they just do this, basically. This is what it would look like.
Lane was kind of,
Yep.
now we're just plotting around.
Plotting being there for fights.
Okay. We're pinging assistance on the brand to try and get him to the top side.
I do like that. Here we go. I like how we're not flanking. Just coming from front. I'm a big fan of coming, especially when you have flash, coming from the front.
He's typed.
He's
look
really
at
aware
brand
where
in
he's. I
chat.
love that he's aware what
Wow.
his brand's with. He knows it's a numbers disadvantage fight,
Yeah.
and he's waiting. This is beautiful.
pretty-
okay,
that's pretty advanced.
It makes sense. Like that.
Makes
That's
sense, yeah.
huge. Like if this guy
Think about what
polished
platinum
up,
players
his,
do that.
No,
That's like master level.
It's weird. There's
He's 3
I
item, like,
wouldn't really
it
expect
was
that from an
fine.
Irelia, by the way.
Yeah, from a Irelia
Oh,
player
he's a
as
smart
well.
guy.
Yeah.
He's an actual smart guy.
It's
So
the red light, green light concept, my favorite mid-game concept. Hundreds of LP.
it's pretty wild how you see the variations in skill, like unique skills that everyone has.
Yeah.
Here we go.
He's just always with his team ready to fight. I
love it.
love seeing this so much.
Really
it's very
good.
refreshing.
Very good principles.
Because a lot of people would
This
be
is
just.
what I was trying to get across
a lot of people would oversplit top right now, wouldn't they, Curtis?
Yep.
You
Yeah.
could ruin the game in 1,000 ways.
Yeah.
You ruin the game 1,000 ways because here's what you have to do. You have to be here.
Fuck's sake, Alan.
Back up, back up, back up. But you have to turn
Wait.
now.
Yeah, go in. They've wasted
go
their
in.
spells. Send it.
We have
Land your
W.
E.
Oi! Landed in the
Look
knee.
at this champion.
So yeah, you had to do that.
I agree. I think you should have done it earlier.
So it
Go
is
in.
what it is. Talon got caught. You turned
Nice.
it around. You made
yeah,
it a
what
2
do you
for 2 when it could have been way worse.
All right. This game is about to piss and bang, though, depending on what happens next.
Is that Poppy support, right? Yeah.
I think. Is it Poppy Jungle?
I think it is Poppy Jungle.
The worst champ in the game?
Yeah, I do not recommend it, guys. Because he's picking it for against the cancels like the Irelia.
Yeah,
Being all the
Talon
Talon
and the Talon.
Talon
universe.
Irelia. I've got Poppy Jungle.
Ultra theoretical. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thinks he's like T1 owner.
So I guess the game is going to come down to this next dragon, I guess. This
Oh
is
no, the
Soul?
Poppy has gone lethality as well. He's Yomu's. I just saw.
No way.
Yeah.
The talent is.
I was
10
wondering if he was so
tiers better.
squishy. I was like, is that support? Because he literally got one shot.
Oh yeah, look at that. Wait, Yomu's force of nature
into
All right,
dead man's.
We're cooking. We're cooking something. It won't taste good
So
though.
he will have flash
Yep.
for this next fight. So we'll take a look at this last fight, and then I think we'll probably wrap it up here. So this is going to be the big kahuna on this next dragon.
Oi, we're
Oi.
flashing forwards. Where's the E? We're just
I mean,
flashing forward with no R.
execution.
We just don't have R.
No, and also didn't know how to use it.
All right, wrap it up. Yeah.
I mean, that's a huge error.
Not having flash for the next neutral. Why? This player needs to synchronize their flashes with the neutrals,
yes,
right?
they do. They do. They need to start thinking about flash.
I mean,
two
an
things I
Irelia
tell
that
you-
can R flash in a team fight is just a different champ, right?
Different champ.
Yeah.
There's two things that this guy, like micro-wise, that he needs to work on. He used just holding his goddamn E1 hold, and then also, yes, flash usage
Yep.
for sure. He can still win. He still, at least he has his R.
Yeah.
Right? He does have his R.
True.
So we can play this front to back. I mean, you got a Hui brand. I mean, I don't see how you're going to lose his front to back here. Hui brand, Irelia, a lot of damage.
The last
The
hurrah.
last hurrah.
The
Oh
big-
my god.
Oh,
Oh,
Vel'Koz
Vel'Koz
walked
is
in,
just
walked in.
dying.
His
a
threat
lot.
assessment is
Yeah.
lacking, I would say.
I think this Syndra's threat assessment's also
We
lacking.
dash some minions here. Do a big kahuna play.
Nice. The big kahuna.
Fuck's sake. I didn't actually see what happened
If
there.
we had flash there, we could have flashed over that EQ.
You're exactly right. Exactly.
And we would have won the
Good
game.
call, Nathan. Good call. Yeah, and I think that's really it, honestly. Now they're going to get dragged. That's Soul. We're good to go. So, at least from what we've seen here, we've seen a lot of different skill discrepancies,
A lot of gaming.
a lot of gaming, a lot of interesting choices.
Yeah.
That's why they're in the boot camp.
Yep.
Get involved, guys. So if you're interested in getting coaching in the boot camps, get involved.
Yep.
Next one will probably in
So-
the next month or two, right, Nathan?
Yeah, so we run boot camps
Once a
about
month.
once a month, can be every 4 to 6 weeks. Join our academies first. Get in
Yep.
the academy. I think a lot of our academy members do participate in
The bulk of them are
the
in
bulk
the
of them
academies,
are in the academy. So head to our website. We do have a boot camp page there. There is no option to sign up to the wait list currently for the next boot camp, but that will be up in the next few days.
Yep.
And yeah, that's our official wrap up of the live stream for boot camp number
And we'll
13.
see if we can refine our technical difficulties.
Yes, I do have I got some good feedback from the Twitch and YouTube chat
nice.
about that. So
Cool.
we'll have a crack. And I actually can't see the chat right now because my
Okay.
laptop died. So
GG.
sorry for the last 30 minutes not interacting with the Twitch chat. Can't answer your questions. Can't shout out the subs or the primes. All right, guys. We'll see you on our next live stream.